right there to challenge from second. Alexis Charbonneau trying to close in from third as the two of Francois Blair goes through the infield. A little alternate off-road excursion for him as they head through turns 1 and 2. Right now it is a 5-car battle for the lead as they head through turns 3 and 4. All 4 of these drivers have won features this year at Cornwall in 2019. And Yannick Potvin sneaking down on the low lane. Mark Dagenet trying to hold the lead as they work it down the back straightaway. Mark Dagenet had a chance to chat with him last night, thinking of possibly making the jump to the sportsman ranks next year, but right now he is focused on this mini stock and trying to hold back Yannick Potvin with 3 laps complete. 3 laps are down. Brandon McMillan off the back straightaway heading into turn number 3, and he is going to go right to pit road. But the battle is on for the race lead. Yannick Potvin down on the bottom, Mark Dagenet on the top side as it rains down to the line. 2 to go, and Yannick Potvin has the lead. Mark Dagenet still back there for second, trying to hold off Potvin, but it won't happen. Yannick Potvin to the lead down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. White flag will be displayed this time by final trip around for Yannick Potvin as he brings it down off of corner number 4. Mark Dagenet still second, followed by Alexis Charbonneau. James Clark has pulled it up into the number 4 spot. Jeremy Goyette completes the top 5 of Marc-Andre Voyer and Francois Blair in that order. Checkered flag in the air, and Yannick Potvin will come down to the line with the win. Second is still up for grabs, so they go to Dagenet at the line for third. Alexis Charbonneau will get that position. So that will do it for the first few heats in the Assist to Sell mini stocks, as Yannick Potvin will bring it down into victory lane for the popular photo. How about a big hand for the 17 of Yannick Potvin? Not a bad heat to kick things off tonight, a Jim's Performance Plus night, I'd say.
Yeah, the mini stocks have been pretty good in the last few weeks. Good car counts and good racing as well.
Yeah.
The last 2 features were pretty good, so we've got a something good going on in this division, and hopefully it will translate for good things in 2020. So
let's hope. Yeah, let's hope the car counts stay up, because I know a lot of other tracks are struggling trying to get cars nowadays. So good to see the car count up here tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they have a special 20 laps event tonight, last round of the Weekend Warriors series. So probably why it attracted a few extra cars, but still. It's a good field of drivers here. We have the points leader, the 22J of Justin Jodoin, that will start on the pole. Sean Duval in the 23D. 42M of Mike Laplante. 30B of JC Bouchard will start in position number 4. 22TJ of Tyler Lamarche in 5th. Chris James in the 1I. The 3 of Mike Gaucher. And the 27 of Thomas McDonald rounds out the field. 8 cars answered the call for heat number 2. We go green on Vauvert. Jodoin didn't waste any time and takes the lead over Duval with Chris James in 3rd. Battle for that 4th position between Thomas McDonald and DC Bouchard. McDonald takes that 4th spot with Jodoin already having a good lead over the rest of the field. Jodoin déjà une bonne avance sur le reste du peloton. La bataille se dessine pour la 2e position entre Sean Duval et Chris James. Thomas McDonald vient se joindre au groupe. Il faudra surveiller le numéro 3 également de Mike Gaucher, vainqueur à quelques reprises au cours des dernières semaines dans la série Mini-Stock Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell. Mais présentement, tout le monde est rapide. On a une piste extrêmement rapide ce soir. Mi-course, halfway point in this second heat. Jodoin leading the way, having a comfortable lead over the rest of the field. Good things to see for that 20-lap feature that we'll have later on this evening, right after all the heat racing. 2 laps to go, 2 tours à faire. A battle for that 2nd spot as Chris James battling for that position with Sean Duval. Tyler Lamarche now joining the field. White flag being displayed for Jodoin, having a full stretch lead over the rest of the field. It's a 3-way battle for that 2nd position. We'll see if Duval is able to retain that position. Le quadrille lancé, checker flag is out for the 22J of Justin Jaudoin. Little push and shove here for the drivers. The 23 of Duval gets that position. Little push and shove for these drivers, but Chris James finishes third. Dominant performance here for Justin Jaudoin. Will come and get the checker flag. So good round of applause for heat number 2 winner, the 22J of Justin Jaudoin.
Justin Jaudoin continuing to get closer and closer to that first ever mini stock track championship. And another heat win and an extra 5 points to his total. As the next level home improvement sportsman will be ready to roll trackside, the first of 4 qualifying heats tonight for the next level home improvement sportsman. 29 drivers have signed in for tonight's 25 lap feature go. And heat number 1 will be rolling trackside in a moment. Heat number 1 is on track. Moise Paget, last week's feature winner in the 66 on point. Robert Delormier joins him on the outside in row number 1 of the 1X. 94, Gabriel Cyr, along with the M70 of Billy Cook. Row 3, it is the 9 of Christian Smoke, along with the 15 of Brianna Lannister, the 1 of Justin Lalancette, and the 1R of Ricky Thompson. Green lights are on in the wired audio fire zone in turn number 4, and we're underway. Quickly into turns 1 and 2, Moise Paget jumps on the lead. The 1 of Robert Delormier jumps into the 2 spot. Gabriel Cyr back there to 3rd. Billy Cook and Brianna Lannister. That's your top 5 as they bring it down off of corner number 4. Moise Paget in control of the field. 5 wins already this season. 2 at Autodrome Granby, 2 here in Cornwall, and 1 at the RPM Speedway. Fantastic year. The Les Entreprises ICM number 66 machine as they head up into turns 1 and 2. The 1 of Robert Delorme, 94 of Gabriel Cyr, still occupying the top 3 positions. Billy Cook having a solid run tonight. He holds on to position number 4. That new Troyer race car for him looking pretty good as they head up into 1 and 2. Battle is on for the 5 spot right now as the 1R of Ricky Thompson has it. Brianna Lannister trying to find some room to get by as Justin Lalancette and Christian Smoke dice it up for position as they come down to the line this time by. And we are working in lap number 4. Working lap 5 this trip around. 5 down, 3 laps left to go. And these sportsman drivers are now down into the sub 13 second bracket. Moise Paget just turned a lap of 13.745, 13.702 for Robert Delormier, about 4/10 quicker that time. But right now the gap is still stabilized at about a car length between the 2 drivers. Gabriel Cyr literally on an island of his own. They got the leaders out in front at the white flag lap. And then there's Gabriel Cyr back to 3rd, and then everybody's after Billy Cook for the 4th spot right now. Ricky Thompson, Brianna Lannister, Justin Lalancette, and Christian Smoke as they head up into 3 and 4. Down across the line, it will be the 66 of Moise Paget getting it done. Robert Delormier will cross in 2nd. Gabriel Cyr will come home in 3rd. Ricky Thompson and Billy Cook, the top 5. Brianna Lannister, Justin Lalancette, and Christian Smoke will complete the rest of your field. What a run. Moise Paget, since jumping aboard this ride, has just had an incredible breakout year, so to speak, for him. 5 wins at 3 different tracks this year.
Yeah, exactly. And he's 3rd in the points here. Points are pretty, looking at the points, it's really dispersed between the top 5 and 6 drivers. But no, he's well positioned in that 3rd position.
He really is, and he's in victory lane. How about a big hand, the 66 of Moise Paget? Heat 1 is in the books. Heat number 2 of 4 ready to go trackside.
Heat number 2 of 4 will hit the Speedway. Again, tonight a solid group of cars in attendance. We have the 14K of Cal Potvin starting first, 88X of Brian Como in a second, 62 of Tyler Stewart, 18 junior of Jason Rose, 04 Scott McGill, 35 of Thomas Cook, and the 4 of Jason Shipclark. Heat number 2 of 4 on the Speedway. Few newcomers in this group, especially 62 of Tyler Stewart, one of his rare visits here at the Speedway. Right now it's a rookie contender. Cal Potvin in the lead, Brian Como in second, Jason Rose in third. Running side by side for that lead between Potvin and Como. Potvin closed the door on the 88X, Jason Rose, and 35 of Thomas Cook running in fourth. Track pretty quick tonight. A lot of moisture in the racing surface with no sun and practically no wind as well tonight. So, and it's really humid outside. Should have a great racing surface all night long. Halfway point, mi-course dans cette deuxième qualification. Cal Potvin toujours aux commandes devant Brian Como, Jason Rose et Thomas Cook. Le top 4, Tyler Stewart en cinquième. Chip Clark et Scott McGill complètent le peloton. Cal Potvin still your race leader. 2 laps to go. Jason Rose got closer to Como here. Battle for that second position with Thomas Cook all waiting for an error in that fourth position. White flag being displayed. Le blanc est donné ici pour session numéro 2 en Sportsman Next Level Home Improvement. Première victoire pour Cal Potvin. First win for Cal Potvin in the Sportsman ranks in front of Brian Como, Jason Rose, Thomas Cook, Tyler Stewart, Jason Shipclark, and Scott McGill rounds out the field. He had a dominant run in the mini stocks in the last few years, decided to make the jump in the Sportsman's. A lot of seat time, especially at Brockville, and in here starting to pay off for the 14K. We'll come and get the checker flag here. So good round of applause. His first time, heat win here in the Sportsman. A good round of applause for the 14K of Cal Potvin.
Yeah, Carl is actually, he competed at Brockville at the start of the season, picked up the first feature win of the year on opening day, and in our novice sportsman division over there, and their rookie sportsman if you prefer. So Carl Potvin will take it back to the pits. Got to get that steering wheel on first. That's the main deal. All right, there we go. Heat number 3 ready to go as they're lined up in the staging area. We'll give them the starting lineup in just a moment. While we got a moment, got a anniversary wish to pass along to you. Got a happy 7th anniversary to Eric and Christine Jean-Louis yesterday. So happy anniversary to you fine folks, and we'll see if Eric can get a feature win tonight. Also a happy 22nd birthday going to Jose Lefebvre, and happy birthday to you. So we're set to go. Heat race number 3 on track. Cedric Govro in the 22C on point, along with the 22S of Shane Stearns. Row 2, the 22E. That is Eric Govro. Alongside of him will be the 721 of Jean-Francois LeBlanc. Bob Ray in the 18 with Curtis Kaye in the 28. That's row 4, and Adam Rosen in car number 3 in row number 5 slated to go. Green lights are on, and away we go. 8 laps is the scheduled distance as they head up into turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway once again. The 22C of Cedric Govro. Eric Govro right there to challenge from second. All 322s in the top 3 spots right now as they head through 1 and 2. Eric Govro trying to hold back Sheen Stearns as they work it down the back straightaway. Bob Ray and the 721 of JF LeBlanc holding down the 5 spot. Adam Rosen problems in the number 3. He has taken it immediately to pit road. But right now, Cedric Govro showing the old man how it's done as they head through turns 3 and 4. He's got about 4 car lengths to deal with over Eric as they head through turns 3 and 4 and down across the line. 22S of Shane Stearns back there for spot number 3. Everybody in single file formation as Curtis Kaye steps out of line trying to get by JF LeBlanc for position number 5, and he will do so. Down across the line, 4 laps down, 4 more to go here in this third of 4 heat races for the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman. And Cedric Govro, winner of the Pete Mitchell Memorial at the Mohawk International Raceway about 3 weeks ago. His only win so far this season. Has been running strong. He just needs a little luck on his side and see if he can get to victory lane. Right now, he has got a comfortable lead over his dad, Eric Govro, as they head through turns 3 and 4. 2 to go this time by for Cedric Govro. Eric Govro back there to spot number 2 with the 22. Sheen Stearns holding on to third as Kurt Kaye continues to pick off spots. He just got around Bob Ray for the 4th spot as they head down across the line. White flag in the air for Cedric Govro. Then a solid season aboard the Govro Transportation car number 22C's in turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is in the air, and that is how they will finish. Cedric Govro with the win. Eric Govro to cross in second. Sheen Stearns will cross in third, followed by Kurt Kaye, Bob Ray, and Jean-Francois LeBlanc. So that does it for heat race number 3. Heat 4 is lined up in the staging area. 322s in the top 3. That's a scorer's nightmare, but thank you, Electronic Timing and Scoring. We got that figured out. And he's in victory lane. How about a big hand for the 22C of Cedric Govro? I'm glad I'm an announcer, not a scorer.
Yeah, me too, especially with 2 cars that are really identical.
Yep.
Thank God for Eric that put a big X on that 22, because when they came for practice session, both cars were identical. So, and looking at the times for these 2 drivers during that 8, both cars were pretty dialed in. So they'll be to watch for that feature race.
Absolutely.
Solid group of cars. Looking at heat number 4 on the Speedway, we have the 29A of Justin Desrosiers, 44 of Jonathan Ferguson, 0 of Shane Picor. Ryan Stabler in the 77E will start in position number 4. Kalen Draper in the 18 and the 08 of Chris Ferguson. This is your lineup for heat number 2. Dominic Merkley didn't answer the call for the final heat. And the green flag has been displayed. We go racing here. Good start for Jonathan Ferguson, taking the lead over Justin Desrosiers. Ryan Stabler to third. 0 of Chris Shane Picor in that position. Number 4. Stabler up to second. Justin Desrosiers fading to position number 4, but still racing side by side with Picor. Kalen Draper and the 08 of Chris Ferguson rounds out the field. Already 2 laps in the books. Ferguson leading the way. These drivers are 1, 2, and 4 in the points here at the Speedway. Ferguson in 4th, Stabler 2nd, and Picor 1st. So you've got some of the top drivers battling here for 8 points, the RSI Industrial points on the line as well, not only for the championship for the track, but also for the 8 points. Ferguson is the man right now in heat number 4. Jonathan Ferguson, toujours le meneur avec 2 tours à faire sur Ryan Stabler, Shane Picor, Justin Desrosiers, Colin Draper et Chris Ferguson. White flag is shown to the drivers de Blaindenet. Ferguson will come and get the checker flag. Ryan Stabler second, Shane Picor third, Justin Desrosiers in fourth, Colin Draper and Chris Ferguson rounds out the field. Solid run for Jonathan Ferguson. He's fourth right now in the points here at Cornwall, and he's in the mix for the race for the cure. A good round of applause for the 44 of Jonathan Ferguson.
And the Prescott native, another heat win in 2019. As the Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stocks get lined up and ready to go for the first of 2 heat events tonight. It's part of the Weekend Warrior Pro Stock Series. Rocco Bain will go from the point in car number 4 to his outside. In car number 9, that is Eric Jean-Louis. Row number 2, that is Bruno Cyr in car number 33 alongside of him. In car number 77, glad to have him back with us, Lee Miller from Pembroke. Row number 3, it is Stefan Lebrun in the number 6 with the 11X of David Seguin. Final row, it's the 28 of Burton Ward and the 11 of Steve Brady. Steve off of a 4th place effort last night in his street stock at Brockville, back in a pro stock here tonight. 8 laps is the distance. First of 2 heats for the pro stocks on deck. 3 lights are on and we're underway. Into turns 1 and 2. Rocco Bain jumps on the lead and Bruno Cyr jumps to second. Eric Jean-Louis relegated to third already. They head through turns 3 and 4. The 6 of Lebrun challenging in spot number 4. The 11 of David Seguin on the bottom. Lee Miller up on the top side, and David Seguin will jump up into the top 5 as they head down the back straightaway off of corner number 2. It is Rocco Bain firmly in control. About 3 car lengths is the advantage over the 33 of Bruno Cyr, as the 9 of Eric Jean-Louis has got, oh my, and Bruno Cyr goes around, pounds the inside berm, and he hit hard over there. Yellow lights are on at lap number 2. And that berm over there is not just a small little incline. That is a virtual cliff fall over there, and boy, did he hit that a ton over there.
And probably he remembered the accident that he had that I think it was at Granby. He had to rebuild the whole car, so the front clip and everything on that car. So
yeah,
glad to see that there's no damage on the 33 and he's able to come back racing.
Pretty impressive that he was able to hit that berm like that and still be able to drive away. So Bruno Cyr will go back to the tail of the field and we'll be ready to go racing in just one moment. So we're set ready to go. 3 lights back on and away we go. Rocco Bain back to the lead as the 6 of Stefan Lebrun now takes away the 2 spot. Eric Jean-Louis trying to pull alongside and gets by Lee Miller for the 3rd spot, and he tries to go after Stefan Lebrun for 2nd as well as they come down across the line. 3 laps are down, 5 more to go, and Rocco Bain in control, trying to get to victory lane here tonight. Stefan Lebrun has been there a couple of times already this season, with a 9 of Eric Jean-Louis back there to 3rd is Lee Miller, and the 11th of David Seguin trying to move up as well. Seguin trying to work the outside lane, no such luck that time. He'll try the bottom in turn number 2, and he's pulling even turns with him down into turn number 3. Miller gives him the bottom, and Seguin pushes up a little bit in turn number 3. Had to get out of the throttle as they come down across the line. 5 laps are down, 3 more to remain, and Rocco Bain, Alexandria, Ontario, Canada, brings it into turns 3 and 4, working the bottom side of the Speedway. 2 to go this time by Bain. The 6th of LeBrun, followed by Eric Jean-Louis in third. Lee Miller still doing a pretty good job holding off David Seguin for the number 4 position, and he pulls away just a little bit. He goes after Eric Jean-Louis for third. Can't quite pull off the pass. He'll try it again in turn number 4 as Eric Jean-Louis watched the car wide. Here it comes Lee Miller down on the bottom of the white flag lap. He's going for third as they exit turn number 2 and down the back stretch. Final time through turns 3 and 4, and Rock Aubin will dominate heat race number 1 for the Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stocks. The 6th of Stefan LeBrun. Lee Miller will cross the third, followed by David Seguin, Eric Jean-Louis, Bruno Cyr, Burton Ward, and Steve Brady. So that will do it for heat race number 1 in the Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stocks. Heat number 2 is in the staging area ready to go, and he's back in victory lane. It's been an up and down kind of season for this man out of Alexandria, but we'll see if he can translate this heat win into a possible feature win. How about it for the 4 of Rock Aubin? Hard to believe he is winless this year, 2019, here in Cornwall.
It's been a really tough season for this driver, hailing from Alexandria, Ontario.
3rd heat win of the season, so at least the qualifying heats has got it figured out, but he'd trade all 3 of these heats for a feature win any day.
He's doing good in the Weekend Warriors series, though. He's 2nd in the points, so that heat win will give him some good points for that series, gaining some ground on the 6th of Stefan Lebrun. But right now we have heat number 2 for the Pro Stocks. So we have the 8 of Marc Lalonde, 41 of Mike Blais, 47 of Dave Bissonnette, 88 the newly crowned Fornam L Lager Pro Stock Series champ, the 88 of C.D. Beauchamp, 56 of Jason Fitzgerald, 14 of Gilles Godard, 57 of Kevin Federley, and Jonathan Lemain in the 35. Marc Lalonde to the lead in front of the 41 Mike Blais. Battle for that 3rd position between Bissonnette and C.D. Beauchamp. Everyone is driving hard, wanted to be in that top 8 redraw for the 50-lap event that we'll have later on tonight here for the Sister for a Cure Sportsman not Sportsman, the Pro Stock Series. So Marc Lalonde leading the way. Marc Lalonde toujours le meneur. Les 4 premiers vont aller à la pige du top 8 pour le Sisters for Cure 50. Une finale de 50 tours prévue pour les Pro Stock. Fin de la série également Weekend Warriors ce soir, 2e et dernière manche de cette série locale. Marc Lalonde toujours aux commandes, grande avance sur le reste du peloton. Mike Blais en 2e, Dave Bissonnette qui glisse un petit peu ici, on s'accroche avec C.D. Beauchamp. Sans dommage, ça profite à Kevin Federley qui vient prendre la 4e position. On verra si capable de garder cette position. C.D. Beauchamp revient à la charge, reprend cette position. 2 tours à faire, 2 laps to go. FP lead for the 8 of Marc Lalonde, Mike Blais, Dave Bissonnette, and C.D. Beauchamp. The top 4 right now with Kevin Federley in 5th, Fitzgerald 6th. White flag was displayed to the field. Marc Lalonde will come and get the checker flag. The 8 of Marc Lalonde wins in front of the 41 of Mike Blais. Dave Bissonnette, C.D. Beauchamp to the redraw. Kevin Federley, Jason Fitzgerald, Jonathan Lemay, and Gilles Godard rounds out the field. Everyone to the big show. It's a 1,000 to win event tonight. And he comes and gets the checker flag. A good round of applause for the 8 of Marc Lalonde.
Having another great year. Feature win in Plattsburgh earlier this season. 2 wins already this year here in Cornwall. The LaMarche Electric car number 8 machine. racing shop teacher. See if he can take a third win this season, but we'll find that out later on tonight as the Loud and Dirty 358 Modifieds ready to roll trackside. First of 3 heat events on deck as the 96 of J.F. Corriveau will lead him down to green. Alongside of him, the Two Brothers Racing car, number 25 star, that's Steve Bernier. Row number 2, last week's winner, Corey Wheeler in the 47S, along with the 44 out of Lafargeville, New York. That is Dave Rogers. Row number 3, the 151 of Brian Slim McDonald, alongside of him in car number 88. That is Lee Ladisser. Final row, it's going to find the 24 of Super Mario Claire, and the 17, the High Side Hustler, Tristan Draper. 8 cars ready to go, 10 laps the distance. Dwaron Engineering Cup points on the line as well. Ready to go at the Wired Audio Fire Zone, and we're underway. As they're working through turns 1 and 2 and down the back stretch, the 96 of Corriveau jumps into the lead. Steve Bernier had to get on the binders to avoid hitting him as he came by. And Corriveau in front as they head into turns 1 and 2. 25 of Bernier, followed by the battle for third, which is contested between Corey Wheeler and Dave Rogers. Wheeler wins out as Rogers working up on the top side of the racetrack. Ryan McDonald sneaks down low. He'll get the number 4 spot away. 2 laps are complete, and Steve Bernier is putting at least 2 or 3 tires down into the infield portion of the Speedway to try to find some grip to get by the 96 of Corriveau, but he's got the lead as they head into turn number 1. 3 laps are down. Corriveau with the advantage, about a car length and a half over Steve Bernier, the 47 of Wheeler. Back there in spot number 3, the 151 of Brian McDonald. Still there for 4th, Dave Rogers. Still back in position number 5, Lee Lannister, Mario Claire, and Tristan Draper complete the rest of your field. Working it off of corner number 2. Everybody in single file formation right now. Fast racetrack. Everybody's got their foot right through the floorboards, trying to find some speed. 13.528 for J.F. Corriveau. That last lap around, 13.37 for Steve Bernier. So Bernier a little bit quicker, but J.F. Corriveau has the track position, and that's the difference right there. 6 laps down, 4 more to go. And J.F. Corriveau trying to run away and hide, but Steve Bernier is right there with him to challenge. Bernier 10 wins on the season this year in that 25 star, and he's moving to the inside lane trying to get by Corriveau, but he can't quite get it done. He'll set it up on the bottom of corners 1 and 2 as Draper goes pit side in the 17. Meanwhile, Corriveau in control, bringing it off of corner number 4 down across the line. 2 to go for J.F. Corriveau. 25 of Bernier back there for second. Corey Wheeler by himself in third as Brian McDonald looks to close the gap. Dave Rogers still there for fifth. Coming off of corner number 4. Bernier closes in off of turn number 4. White flag in the air. And J.F. Corriveau able to get away by 2 car lengths as Steve Bernier puts the left front in the infield trying to find some speed. Checkered flag will be displayed this time by, and the win will go to J.F. Corriveau. 25 of Bernier will cross in second. Corey Wheeler will come home in third. 151 of McDonald will cross in fourth, and the 44 of Dave Rogers will complete the top 5. Lee Ladisser, Mario Claire, the rest of the field. So that does it for heat race number 1, and he's back in victory lane. How about a big hand? The 96 of J.F. Corriveau. Quick heat there for the Loud and Dirty 358 Modifieds. Heat number 2 on the staging area, ready to go green.
Heat number 2 of the Loud and Dirty Modifieds. Set to hit the Speedway. We'll have the 87 of Stéphane Lafrance, the 01 of Chris Raby. We'll start in position number 2. 38 of Luke Whitaker, 18 junior of Louis Jackson, 23 of Joel Edsar, 46 Cale Robidoux, and the 13 of Kevin Amel will start in position number 7. His father Paul in the 13 pit didn't answer the call for heat number 2. We'll go green or go back. Good start for Lafrance and the 01 of Chris Raby. Raby battling for that lead. Lafrance leads lap number 1, looking to build a 3-way battle here with Luke Whitaker in the mix. Right now it's Stéphane Lafrance leading the way, but we'll have to watch the 01 of Chris Raby. Having a good run right now in the second position, 38 of Luke Whitaker, and Joel Edsar rounds out the top four. All four drivers racing together right now. Lafrance aux commandes devant Chris Raby. On roule proche les deux pilotes. On voit le 01 de Raby qui attend une erreur du vétéran Lafrance. Luke Whitaker en troisième. Joel Edsar qui effectue une belle manœuvre et qui vient prendre la troisième position sur Luke Whitaker. Good move by Joel Edsar. Took the spot from Luke Whitaker. Halfway point de mi-course. Stéphane Lafrance toujours aux commandes devant Chris Raby. Joel Edsar, Luke Whitaker, Cale Rebidou le top 5. Kevin Hamel et Louis Jackson complètent le peloton jusqu'ici. Lafrance to the lead. But Raby is still running close to him, looking for some ground here, battling hard for that first position. Les deux pilotes ne se laissent pas de quartier ici avec 2 tours à faire. 2 laps to go. Lafrance having a small edge over Chris Raby. Raby trying really hard for the E20 here. White flag being displayed to the field. Lafrance leading the way. Lafrance toujours le meneur avec Raby qui va faire une dernière tentative ici. Lafrance wins over Chris Raby. Joel Edsar third, Luke Whitaker, Cale Rebidou, Kevin Hamel, and Louis Jackson. So solid run here by Stéphane Lafrance. Making a return in the last few weeks to racing in that 87 car, the Clément Henry car. Stéphane Lafrance qui effectue un retour dans les dernières semaines dans la voiture de Clément Henry, qui habituellement c'est David Hébert qui course, mais ce soir c'est Stéphane Lafrance. So good round of applause for the little hammer Stéphane Lafrance.
Steph knows how to get it done in these qualifying heats. He's only been with us a couple of times this year, but he's got 3 heat wins this season. So if he just finds some speed in the last 20 laps of these features, he might be one to contend for a feature win tonight as heat race number 3 rather, for those keeping track. Rolling trackside, and Danny Gagne will lead him down to green in the number 90 alongside of the 124. That is David Hébert. Row number 2 is going to find the 66 of Kyle Dingwall with the 63, last night's winner. The second time in 2019 at the Brockville Speedway. That is Chris Herbison. Kyle Dingwall getting pushed away, but not in the direction of the racetrack. So Dingwall, problems with the 66. So that'll leave Kerry Terrance and Michael Maresca, who had one heck of a show with Chris Herbison last night at Brockville. We'll talk about that later. Green lights are on, and we're back underway. Final heat of the evening here on Jim's Performance Plus night. We tried 4 wide off of 2, but they thought better of it and got it down to 2 wide into turns 3 and 4. Mark Terry, Chris Herbison, and Kerry Terrance along with Michael Maresca as they head into turns 1 and 2. 1 lap is on the scoreboard. David Hébert, the great Canadian champion, St. Damas, Quebec, brings it down to the inside of turn number 4 as Terrian and the 66X of Kerry Terrance battling it out. For spots 3 and 4, Terrance will get the position as the 63 of Herbison sneaks by on the bottom. He'll go to 4th as the 17 of Terrian, the 7 of Maresca having some handling problems right now with that TO chassis. He holds on to spot number 6, bringing it off the turn. David Hébert in the Pierre Dagenet owned car number 124. The Corey Dagenet ride, bringing it down into turns 1 and 2, a healthy advantage over Danny Gagne. 4 laps are complete. Maresca moving slowly through turns 1 and 2. He may be taking that car to pit road, and he is. So we have 5 left. 5 laps are down, 5 more to go, and David Hébert is checking out on the field. Heads up into turns 3 and 4 with a half a straightaway lead over Danny Gagne and Kerry Terrance. That's your top 3 at the moment as the 63 of Herbison, and now Mark Terrian drops off the pace He'll head to pit road as we'll have 7 laps down, 3 more remaining, and David Hebert bringing it down across the line. A healthy advantage right now over Danny Gagne. That lead is well over a straightaway at this point as Gagne trying to hold back Kerry Terrance for third. Chris Herberson back there for fourth, bringing it off the turn. 2 to go for David Hebert. Danny Gagne still there for second. Kerry Terrance now has a mirror full of Chris Herberson as they head up into turns 1 and 2. Herberson right down on the bottom, put a couple of tires into the infield trying to find some bite to get by Kerry Terrance. White flag in the air. Final time for turns 1 and 2. And down the back straightaway, David Hebert will set it up off of corner number 2 and down the back stretch into turns 3 and 4. And the win will go to the great Canadian champion himself, David Hebert. Second will go to Danny Gagne. Third will be Kerry Terrance. Chris Herberson will cross in position number 4. So David Hebert, Danny Gagne, Chris Herberson, Kerry Terrance, and Mark Terrian will get credit for the 5 spot. And he's in victory lane once again. How about it for the 124 of David Hebert?
You'll be in that car, Tim, on Thursday night for the Race for the Cure 150. So, and Stéphane Lafrance slated to be in that 87. So, right now we have 36 cars confirmed for Thursday night. Hopefully, we'll get at least 10 to 12 and maybe 15 more by Thursday. So we could easily hit the 40-45 mark for the modifieds. So looking forward to that event.
And with the Dirt Car Sportsman Series on hand, we will be close to about 100 cars into the pit area tomorrow on Thursday night. So
yeah, and 2 divisions.
Yes, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Going to expect the same at the Plattsburgh Airborne Speedway on Tuesday night because the Dirt Car 358 Series is in town over there. Robbie Knowles and their crew are putting together a good show, so looking forward to that. I'll be calling the action for them. Matt Williamson will be there trying to keep his point lead after that epic win last night at Middletown. $100,000. What would you do with $100,000?
I don't know. I would be happy for sure. Would take a few beers.
Yeah.
At least.
Exactly. It was a good run for Matty. It kind of made up for all those losses that he's had in the bigger shows. Super Dirt Week of 2017 here in this Thursday night event a year ago.
Yep.
Kind of makes up for it in a few ways. So
he was pretty happy when he won the Dirt Car Series here back in July.
Yeah, he was. He was really thrilled.
Finally winning here.
Yeah,
so.
He says, he's been checking tracks off the bucket list. He checked Fulton off the bucket list this year, and now here. And Middletown last night, so it's just been a great season for Matty. 13 wins across the season this year for Matt, so not too awful bad.
No, it's pretty solid.
Of course, tonight's sponsor is Jim's Performance Plus. They're located in Iroquois, as I mentioned earlier. They're run by Jimmy Primrose for well over 30 years. Selling snowmobiles, ATVs, and servicing snowmobiles, ATVs, boats, and cars. Jim is the owner of the number 88 358 modified, driven by Lee Ladisseur. So, thank you very much to those great folks.
They've been longtime sponsors here at the Speedway and supporters as well. Always having a pot and ride here with some good drivers. Lee Ladisseur, as you're mentioning, Tim O'Brien in the past. Several drivers running that car in the last few years.
Some Hitchcock guy drove for him too for a few years. He did okay. He was all right.
So
he's not here. I can talk about him like that.
He'll be here on Thursday.
Yes, he will. Sure. He'll make up for it.
All right. Feature time, première finale de la soirée. Finale de 20 tours, 20 laps will be the distance. Final round of the Weekend Warriors not Pro Stock, but Mini Stock Series. Weekend Warriors, 16 cars in attendance, 16 voitures en piste. So we have the 17 of Yannick Potvin, 22 of Justin Jaudoin will start second, 30 of Marc Dagenin third, Sean Duval will start fourth, Alexis Charbonneau fifth, Chris James in sixth, James Clark in the 2X, 22 DJ of Tyler Lamarche, 67 of Jérémy Goyette, 27 Thomas McDonald, 21 of Marc-André Voyer, 3 of Mike Gaucher, 2 of François Belair, 30B of JC Bouchard, Brandon McMillan in 23B, and the 42 of Mike Laplante. So good field of cars, 16 cars answered the call, 20 laps, and we're green. Good start for both Potvin and Jaudoin, running side by side with Marc Dagenet in a third, Alexis Charbonneau fourth. Voyer goes a little bit too high, hits the wall on the go-kart track. Le jaune est lancé après un tour. Yellow flag is out for feature. No damage for the 21. We'll rejoin the field. Thank God for the tires in turn number 4. And on the go-kart track, that saved the equipment for the 21 of Marc-André Voyer. Le 21 de Marc-André Voyer, vous l'avez vu, a sorti de la piste dans le tournant numéro 4, a frappé le mur de pneus qui sert de barrière également le mardi soir pour les go-karts. Ça a sauvé l'équipement. Only damage for the 21 is a flat tire. The right front sustained damage. Will head to the pits to change that. Le 21 de Voyer doit retourner dans les puits. A crevé son pneu avant droit. Devra revenir. Plus tard, on regroupe le peloton. We group the field. After this feature, we'll call all the drivers for the popular autograph session here in front of the grandstands. We'll also do the redraw for the Pro Stocks, the Sisters for a Cure series. I'll have a chat with Dave Seguin, the organizer for the Sisters for a Cure 50, while we're doing the autograph session. So we'll talk about the fundraiser that we're having tonight. We've already collected over $2,000 for the Grace Foundation. Hopefully we'll collect more tonight as we're going back to green de retour au vert. Jaudoin taking the lead, but Yannick Potvin is still there. All the top runners are moving to the top right now, with Alexis Charbonneau making a return to the Cornwall Motor Speedway, battling for that third position with Marc Dagenet, Chris James in at fifth, James Clark and Mike Gaucher. Issues for the 23 of Sean Duval. Jérémy Goyette to the pit, le 67 de Jérémy Goyette dans les puits, lui qui était dans les meneurs dans les points dans cette série. Il était 9e dans les points, donc pas trop de dommages, mais présentement Justin Jaudoin qui menait. Ils ont les lancés au 4e tour. Yellow flag displayed on lap number 4. Et 2 of Frank Belair spun in turn number 2. Le 2 de François Belair qui s'est arrêté dans le tournant numéro 2. On regarde les points de la série. We're looking at the points for the series right now for that Weekend Warriors series sponsored by CJ's Auto. Justin Jaudoin leads 196. Yannick Potvin second, 187. Alexis Charbonneau in third, 177. So points are pretty tight. And right now the top 3 runners are racing in that top 5. So it will be a battle until the end of this feature. Just a little bit of lineup. Looking at the lineup here for the race director and the scores, and we'll be ready to go back to racing. White flag was shown to Justin Jaudoin and Yannick Potvin. Le blanc a été démontré aux meneurs Jaudoin et Yannick Potvin. Jaudoin toujours aux commandes. 16 tours à faire, 16 laps to go. We're back to green, on est de retour au vert. Battle continues here for the lead as Yannick Potvin regains the top spot with Chris James in third. Justin Jaudoin remains second. We're running 3 wide right now, almost 4 wide at the back for position 4, 5, 6, 7. Even Tyler Lamarche is in the mix. As the top 8 are racing together right now, but it's all Yannick Potvin. He was our feature winner last week, le gagnant de la finale la semaine dernière, Yannick Potvin, qui a pris une bonne avance sur le reste du peloton. Justin Jaudoin en deuxième, Chris James troisième, Mike Gaucher et puis Alexis Charbonneau en cinquième.
I don't know.
8 laps in the books, 8 tours de compléter. .30 of JC Bouchard stops in outside of turn number 3 on lap number 9. Issues for the 23D of Sean Duval as well, slowing down in the backstretch.
And we got a little debris over there, Mart, in turn number 1. The muffler is rolling down to our safety worker. Do not touch it.
Yeah, kick it.
There you go.
Wise move, wise move. He's playing soccer with the muffler.
He must have hurt us.
Yeah, probably. He seems to be wearing gloves, but even the gloves doesn't do much.
No, I've accidentally done that before. It's never fun. Your hand becomes part of that piece, so it's no good. 50/50 tickets are also on sale here tonight. If you are looking for a 50/50 vendor, they are located pretty well all over the grounds here. And if you want all the tickets in one shot, head up to the information booth, and they have them all right there as well.
Yeah, exactly. And also, as we were mentioning, at the Sisters for Cure fundraiser tonight, there's the box near the information booth. If you want to donate some amount there, feel free, be generous. Like I said, I'll speak to Dave Seguin later on tonight about the Grace Foundation. His 2 daughters, part of this disease. As we're going back to green, on est de retour au vert. Potvin to the lead. Mike Gaucher making a run for the lead as we're getting to halfway point. Yannick Potvin still in the lead, but we'll have to watch the 3 of Mike Gaucher.
And Mike Gaucher is all over Yannick Potvin right now as they make their way into turns 1 and 2. Justin Jaudoin trying to move on the inside of Chris James to try to get by for third. In that exchange, he may lose fourth to James Clark as they bring it down across the line. Mike Gaucher on the charge right now. Lap number 11 up on the scoreboard. Yannick Potvin trying to hold on and win it, but Mike Gaucher has been strong here. Working it into turns 3 and 4. Gaucher down on the bottom. Yannick Potvin has got that car wound up on the high side of the racetrack. Coming down across the line. Top 2 have broken away from everybody as the one eye of Chris James still back there in spot number 3. The defending track champion has not won yet in 2019. Would love to change it. James Clark, leading rookie this year in this class, trying to hold on and get the number 4 position, but he's working on James right now for third as Justin Jaudoin continues to run strong in the number 5 position. Not many points separate him and Yannick Potvin as the 23B of Brandon McMillan. Problems in the infield here. 14 laps are complete, and Yannick Potvin trying to run away and hide. Mike Gaucher gives a little nudge to Yannick Potvin, letting him know that he is there. One of Chris James still back there in third, holding James Clark at bay right now. Clark looks like he's got a faster race car, but Chris James has got the preferred groove down around the bottom, so Clark is going to have to venture upstairs to get by. Can't quite get it done that time off of turn number 2. He'll settle into fourth. He'll try to get on the high side, going through turns 3 and 4. Got a little better run that time coming down the front straightaway. As we got 16 laps complete, 4 more remain. Battle is on still for the number 1 position. Yannick Potvin down on the up on the top side. Gaucher and Potvin come together a little bit in turn number 4. 3 laps remaining. 17 are complete. And Mike Gaucher doing all he can to get by the 17 of Yannick Potvin, but he's had no such luck up to this point. Working it into turns 3 and 4. Potvin pushes up the racetrack. Here comes Gaucher down on the bottom with 2 laps left to go. 2 laps remaining, and Yannick Potvin trying to be one of the best in this division. Mike Gaucher down on the inside portion of the racetrack. He switches to the high lane this time, coming off of corner number 4. White flag for Yannick Potvin. Trying to claim his 3rd win of the year and 2nd in a row, but Mike Gaucher's got the run down on the inside, but Potvin shuts the door in turn number 3. Checkered flag is waving. Race is not over with as they come down to the line. Yannick Potvin gets it done for the 2nd straight week. Mike Gaucher, James Clark up for 3rd, followed by Justin Joanwain and Chris James. Your top 5. What a run for Yannick Potvin. 3rd win in 2019 and 2nd week in a row, besting Mike Gaucher, who had won the previous 2 races. So Yannick Potvin in victory lane once again here at Cornwall Motor Speedway. And that is exactly what he needed. Justin Joanwain did get it up to the position number 4, but Yannick Potvin got the most points that he needed tonight. Folks at Jim's Performance Plus making their way down into victory lane. And Yannick Potvin once again into the winner's circle. 3rd win this season after winning 4 times last year. Service Potvin car number 17 rolls it into victory lane, parks it there, and Martin Belanger will have a word with our winner, Yannick Potvin. 2nd in a row, 3rd of the season.
Yes, Tim, and looking at the points for the Weekend Warriors, it's
still I know Jennifer's working on that, but with this win, I think he will be pretty close for the championship for the Weekend Warriors. And he's out of the car. 2nd win in a row, the 17 of Yannick Potvin. Yannick, félicitations. 2e victoire de suite.
Actuellement, Lou est contrarié. Il cherche désespérément à récupérer ce qui lui tient le plus à cœur. La tablette 360.
Donne-moi la tablette!
Non!
Donne-moi la tablette!
Non!
Donne-moi la tablette!
Présentement, Loïc bouille énormément en dedans de lui. Son frère lui a pris la tablette 360.
Moi qui apprends.
Hey!
Penses-tu vraiment que papa, il va écouter 360 Nitro.tv?
Pas sûr.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Non, non, non! Non, ça n'a pas d'allure. Bruno Cyr ici à Cornwall un dimanche soir, puis il annonce la pluie en plus. Hey,
On l'est pas, hein?
hey, c'est combien d'heures de route venir ici?
6 heures.
6 heures de route. Incroyable. T'es venu pour une bonne cause?
Ouais, j'avais dit à Dave que pour ses filles, je ferais ça. Puis un matin, on était un peu indécis avec la météo.
Oui.
La dernière fois, ça avait été cancellé. On était en vacances. Là, on n'est plus en vacances. Mais j'ai avisé mon boss en montant que je serais probablement en retard demain pour l'ouvrage.
Incroyable, mais t'es un gars de parole.
Ah, écoute, quand c'est pour des bonnes causes, je suis toujours là. Ouais. Parce que j'appuie aussi, moi aussi, les bonnes causes, le camp. Ouais. J'ai appuyé aussi la sclérose en plaques. Fait que pour les filles à Dave, je pense que c'est une bonne cause, puis ça mérite d'être là.
Oui, tout à fait. Parle-moi un peu de ta saison, Bruno.
Écoute, on a eu une meilleure l'année passée. C'est sûr que cette année, on n'est pas chanceux. La chance n'est pas là. Mais je pense que là, on est sur une bonne lancée. Puis ça allait super bien vendredi. On a une bad luck. C'est moi qui ai fait l'erreur. J'ai échappé le char. J'ai manqué de gaz. C'est la première fois que ça m'arrive. Mais quand on se dit que la chance n'est pas là, ça fait partie aussi de la chance de ne pas faire d'erreur. Mais le char va tellement bien, là. En tout cas, j'étais super content vendredi. Fait que c'est pour ça que ça m'a motivé aussi à venir ici t'asseoir. Parce que on a l'impression de ne pas avoir coursé de la saison. Ça allait tellement mal que. Fait que là, on court après un podium. On veut faire un podium ici à la fin de l'année. Fait que partout où il y a des courses, on va être là, c'est sûr. Là, fait que,
une grosse déclaration, là, à soir, un podium, là.
ah oui, il va pas venir ici pour perdre, là, c'est sûr et certain. Fait que non, c'est. Faut se remonter le moral, puis les troupes, ils nous suivent sur les internets à soir parce que là, la gang sont un peu éparpillés. Ouais. Mon chum Gasquette va être ici. Mon frère est parti de Sherbrooke tantôt. Ça s'est tout décidé à la dernière minute, fait qu'il s'en vient, là. Fait que ouais, ça va être une belle soirée. Je pense que si Mother Nature est sur notre bord, là, parce que ça regarde drôle un peu, mais je pense qu'on va être correct.
Hey, on te regarde aller, puis une entrevue sur le podium, là, ça serait le fun?
Ça prend des grosses chances. Des grosses chances.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup. Merci.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
On continue avec Brian Lefouineur. Je suis en compagnie. On va faire une entrevue avec Jason Rose, une personne qu'on voit peu souvent sur le podium cette année. Par contre, vendredi soir à Mohawk, ça a bien été pour toi.
Oui, vendredi, ça a bien été. J'ai fini 3e. C'était ma meilleure position là cette année. J'ai gagné ma heat, puis la course était pas mal bonne. On était pas mal contents avec ça. On
s'améliore avec la voiture, sans doute?
Oui. On apprend beaucoup, puis à chaque semaine, si on apprend quelque chose, on est content, puis on apprend souvent. C'est pas mal bon.
Je vois ton père travailler là, en ce moment. Là, une chance qu'ils sont là, eux autres, ta mère également.
Ah oui, mon père, il travaille beaucoup. Sans lui, c'est lui qui prépare tout le char toute la semaine quand je travaille. Puis ma mère, elle nous laisse courser, c'est pas mal bon.
Tu regrettes pas de décision d'avoir débuté les courses? Je sais que ça avait été une gageure à un moment donné avec ta mère un soir. J'ai dit, hey, on achète une voiture, pas on va aux courses. C'est encore la même voiture, c'est une 2010?
Oui, c'est une 2010. Puis non, on ne regarde pas trop. On ne regarde pas ça. Toute la famille elle vient. C'est une petite rencontre de famille en même temps. Puis on aime tout ça.
Ben oui, tant qu'à venir aux courses, à regarder les autres courir, on s'est dit, regarde, On est aussi bien de faire courir quelqu'un dans la voiture pour avoir du plaisir et d'y participer.
Oui, c'est exactement ça. Hein.
Bien, dis-moi donc, les de la douceur, je sais que Joey, Brian McDonald, Bourdon t'aident beaucoup, hein?
Oui, oui. Tout le monde nous aide. C'est vraiment beau à voir. Comme Joey nous aide quand il peut, puis Brian, puis Shane, puis Miguel, ils m'aident. Je prends mon information de tout le monde, puis j'essaie de faire mon mieux que je peux.
Est-ce que tu sens que tu t'améliores ou tu sens que ça s'en vient ou la voiture, des fois, elle se comporte plus ou moins bien? Ou c'est quoi exactement qui aurait à changer, là?
Je suis pas trop sûr de quoi qu'il y aurait à changer. Je pense que c'est juste apprendre plus. Puis à chaque fois que j'embarque sur la track, si je peux apprendre quelque chose ou je peux m'améliorer à quelque part.
Ouais. Surtout avec 2 soirs de course, le vendredi soir, c'est exigeant, plus le dimanche. On travaille le lundi, là.
Oui, on travaille lundi, puis on travaille lundi jusqu'à vendredi. Course vendredi puis dimanche, ça en fait de la course puis du travail. Ben, on aime ça.
Et là, les sponsors, c'est important. Les sponsors, il n'y en a pas beaucoup.
Oui, bien, les sponsors, il y a mon père puis il y a mon oncle. Lui, il nous aide beaucoup. Puis tous les sponsors nous aident. C'est vraiment bon quand on peut voir ça.
Hey, un gros merci. Puis ce soir, un podium serait intéressant.
Ah, ça serait intéressant, oui. Un 3e vendredi, puis on va voir qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire ce soir.
Hey, t'es sur une bonne lancée, là.
Oui, exactement.
Merci.
Merci à toi.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Regarde, Grinder. On a un Grinder ici, c'est pas pour rien. Je pense que ça porte son nom, Grinder. Je sais pas qu'est-ce qu'il va faire ce soir là, comme course. On va lui demander. Grinder, est-ce que...
Si tu le tiens,
ouais.
Tu le tiens, il faut que tu en fasses ça.
J'ai jamais fait ça de ma vie.
Il va te le montrer.
Il va me le montrer?
Ouais, on va nous la soirée, si tu veux.
Ah oui?
Oui.
Mais ça rapporte-tu quelque chose ou ça aide le pilote en avant?
Ça fait passer le temps. Ça nous enlève le stress.
Puis toi, comment ça va ici, à tous les dimanches, ici, là?
Oui, ça va bien. Écoute, cette année, c'était l'année des essais, toutes les sortes de suspensions inimaginables. Fait qu'on ça a été un petit peu des hauts et des bas.
Comme les suspensions.
Ouais, c'est ça. Mais sinon, ça va bien. J'aime bien ça venir ici. On est toujours bien reçus. C'est bien le fun. Belle grosse course qui s'en vient jeudi.
Et parle-moi-en, il va y avoir des gros noms ici, là.
Ben, en tout cas, Williamson va être là, d'après moi.
Ben, je sais pas, c'est quoi qu'il a fait, lui, là? Il est quasiment un millionnaire, lui, là.
Il dit 100 000, mais c'est US, ça fait 136 Canadiens.
Oui, il faut pas oublier ça, hein? Et Seigneur, ça ferait du bien, ça, moi, te dire.
Bien content pour lui. Ces gars-là travaillent fort. Je pense que tous les coureurs travaillent fort. C'est le fun de voir de temps en temps un, surtout un Canadien là, qui s'en va là, aux États-Unis puis remporte une des plus grosses courses d'histoire. C'est quand même le fun.
Et oui, c'est quand même le fun. Puis ça reste au Canada, comme tu dis. Parce que l'année passée, il avait échappé une belle ici contre Matt Shepard.
Ouais, c'est ça.
Ton chum, Shepard.
Ouais, c'est ça. Lui, il était moins chanceux hier là, avec l'accident qu'il y a eu au début. Ils ont pu changer de tour, partir en arrière.
Okay.
Des choses qui arrivent. Il avait gagné 2 autres avant. Fait qu'il était bien favori pour celle-là. Mais bon, il peut pas toutes les gagner.
Non, c'est sûr. Fait que là, je vais essayer ça, là, grinder ça, voir que ça a l'air, OK?
Si jamais je gagne, je te donne ma bourse.
Là.
Bon, c'est pas 100 000, ça.
Oui. OK. Là, il y a quelqu'un qui va m'expliquer ça, comment qu'on fait ça, là. T'as peu. Là, tu vas tenir ça, là, mon ami, là.
OK.
Fait que là, on pèse là-dessus, ici, là.
Oui. Et tu pèses, on va...
On la partir.
Tu pèses sur ça.
Ouais.
Ça fait tourner la roue.
Oui.
Ça, c'est ce tu vois.
Oui.
So, et puis quand tu bois, et puis ça va poigner, OK?
Oui.
So, tiens-les bien. On va tenir. Fait que j'avais juste venu de changer, ça. Oui, ça c'est tout.
Tu les decks après ça? Incroyable.
Oui, parce que j'avais juste venu de changer.
Oh! Ah, il est bon, le gars, hein? Il est bon, hein? Et voilà. regarde ça, toi, la gomme qui sort là-dedans.
Oh oui.
Hein, la gomme. En tout cas, j'ai comme l'impression là, que s'il gagne à soir, là, ça va être à cause que j'y ai donné un petit coup de pouce. Amuse-toi.
OK, merci.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Je viens de voir passer Luc Whittaker, il passait par ici. J'ai dit, Brian Fouinard, on va dire, qu'est-ce qu'il fait ici un dimanche soir à Cornwall? What you doing here on Sunday night? Because the big race Thursday, I guess, eh?
Yeah, that's right. We're just coming and trying to get the car a little bit better and make some laps. We haven't been racing that much now that I moved to Sarnia, so I only make it back once in a while. And we've only participated in 14 races this year so far, so I don't have a lot of track time and a lot of seat time, so we're just trying to dial that setup in a little bit better, and hopefully we can make a good run for that 12,000 on Thursday.
Il dit qu'Haïti, ce soir, bien sûr, parce qu'il y a une grosse course jeudi, il veut prendre les setups, acheter la voiture. Il n'y a pas beaucoup de sorties, seulement 14 sorties. La raison à ça, il vient de déménager à Sarnia, en Ontario, donc c'est 6 heures de route d'ici. Ça explique pourquoi. So, you know, when the track is slick, Luc Whittaker's there.
Yeah, well, that's something new, really. Before we always struggled on the slick tracks, and this year we decided to jump over to coils and try a lot of new things with the car. Not being afraid of having to run in any points championships anywhere. We're just really focused on getting this car going around the track fast, and we were really good out of the box and took a lot of time to build a really good car this year. But yeah, I mean, even on the tacky, we've been great too. We've had some really good runs. Had a few DNFs with just some flat tires and issues like that, but really can't control the luck like that. But we're hoping to finish off the year really strong. We've got 3 or 4 races left here to compete in for the rest of the year, so we really want to make it big and get the practice in, because of course September 1st is the Canadian National Series race, and we're still 10 points in the lead in that. So I'd really like to grab that one for the 2nd year in a row, but there's a lot of stiff competition as well. So there's a lot of guys that are close, and they race every week, and they have their stuff together, and they're great drivers too. So there'll be a lot of work to do to make sure I get the win there on September 1st.
I hope so for you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for the interview. So, ce qu'il disait, bien sûr, Luc Whittaker, c'est que j'ai dit, quand que la piste est sec, on voit Luc Whittaker performer, mais il dit que également sur quand que la piste est collante, il aimerait bien ça performer. Il y a eu des bad luck comme tel, il n'a pas pu terminer certaines courses, mais il veut être là. Il reste à peu près 4-5 courses pour lui cette année seulement, entre autres à la Canadienne nationale. Il aimerait ça retourner, terminer encore une seconde fois, remporter le Canadien national. C'est une série, bien sûr, de prestige ici à Cornwall. C'est à peu près ça, en gros, les commentaires de Luc Whittaker.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Brian le Fouineur, c'est quoi le 11 Steve Ridey? C'est quoi si tu as un derby de démolition ici à soir?
Non, ben on joue serré, fait que c'est ça que ça fait. Ça fripe la tôle un petit peu une fois de temps en temps, là.
Ouais, mais
ça,
là...
c'est l'expérience, ça, c'est l'expérience, ça.
Ah oui?
Ben oui, c'est de l'expérience, c'est ça que c'est. Ben des pas que ça fait ben d'expérience.
Ouais, mais là, ça va tomber en terre, là, du tape.
Non, regarde, du duct tape tout le tour.
Ah, OK.
Ça tient au duct tape, ça.
Mais là, t'es plus en pro stock ou quoi?
Ben ouais, je pense bien.
OK.
Ben je m'en viens ici pour ça, en tout cas, là.
OK.
Ouais. C'est la 3e fois que je viens cette année. Parce que là, j'ai encore mon 8 cylindres à Brockville. Fait que, juste ça, on s'amuse, là, puis...
Parce que tu courses également à Brockville.
C'est ça. Fait que je course... Là, je fais les deux, mais c'était un petit peu trop. Fait que j'ai fait les deux choses comme à moitié cette année. L'année prochaine, on va me concentrer sur quelque chose. Soit le 8 cylindres, mon Pro Stock. On s'amuse, c'est ça qui est... Moi, je m'amuse, puis j'ai du fun, puis...
C'est ça. Ben, est-ce que les résultats sont là, Steve?
Non, pas vraiment. Vraiment pas cette année.
Comment ça? T'es-tu déconcentré? C'est-tu ta femme qui te déconcentre ou quoi?
Non, pas à tout. Non, c'est vraiment des bris mécaniques, un après l'autre. C'est comme ça a été mon année, là, fait que On dirait quand tu mets pas le temps au complet sur un auto, mais c'est ça, t'en souffres ça la traque. Puis des petits bris mécaniques, des petites affaires niaiseuses, fait que c'est ça qui t'est arrivé.
Effectivement. Fait que là, à soir, tu es ici pour encourager, bien sûr, la petite série, là, Sister for the Cure.
Exactement, oui. Puis, ça fait longtemps que je n'étais pas venu, fait que j'avais le goût d'avoir du fun. Fait que, on savait s'amuser. Ouais.
Hey, merci, Steve.
Merci à toi.
Yes, sir.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
On poursuit les entrevues. Je suis en compagnie de Yannick. Yannick Potvin. Écoute, Yannick, tu commences à prendre goût au podium. Ça a pris du temps. Une année coup-ci, coup-ça.
Oui, cette année, on a bien des problèmes. On a eu toutes sortes de moteurs. Le moteur, il a sauté. On a eu des problèmes aussi avec la suspension. Tout mon derrière, il a arraché. Puis on l'a eu dur, mais on y va tranquillement. Mais aussi, qu'est-ce qui a aidé? La semaine passée, la track était collante. Puis moi, j'étais un gars de track collante pas mal. Là. Quand la track est sec, il y a bien des setups à faire. Puis je ne l'ai pas encore. Il m'en manque encore pour être sa coche sur une track brûlée, mettons.
Là, t'es deuxième, là, la mini-série, là, Warriors, là, t'es deuxième dans les points. Donc, il faudrait que tu finirais premier. Puis on pourrait voir, t'aurais des possibilités de remporter cette mini-série-là.
Oui, j'aimerais bien ça, mais les chars sont vraiment compétitifs cette année. Justin, tout le monde, Chris James, aussi les rookies. Ça roule pas mal cette année, mais je vais donner le plus que je peux. Puis si la track est collante, j'ai peut-être une meilleure chance. Hein.
T'es vu avec Martin Bélanger la semaine dernière, t'as remercié ton frère. Sans lui, je pense que t'aurais de la difficulté d'être ici à tous les dimanches.
Oui, bien, comme c'est lui qui a décidé de... Quand on allait aux courses quand on était jeune à Edelweiss, on allait souvent voir les courses. Puis là, mon frère, il y a un été, il a dit « Je pense que je retourne aux courses. » Puis là, il a décidé de se monter un char. Ce char-là, on l'a tout monté de A à Z. Puis là, il m'a donné le goût. J'allais le voir à chaque fin de semaine. Puis là, j'ai décidé de m'en pogner un, moi aussi. Puis là, c'est sûr que ça serait pas de lui, on ne courserait pas. Parce que c'est mon frère qui connaît tout le véhicule. J'en fais un peu. Là, je fais un petit peu de mécanique, mais pas autant technique que mon frère. C'est lui qui a toute la tête.
Là, on parle de ton frère, Carl. Carl, qui a changé, qui est monté en sportsman cette saison. Fait que pour lui, c'est vraiment une grosse adaptation.
Oui, c'est vraiment difficile. Comme il y a beaucoup d'ajustements après ça, il n'y a pas personne qui nous teach. Notre père, il n'a jamais coursé de sportsman ou whatever. C'est vraiment nous autres qu'on apprend. Là, on essaie de quoi de nouveau à soir, peut-être ça va aider. Mais il a fini troisième d'une qualification. Pour les autres, c'est pas beaucoup, mais pour nous autres, c'est vraiment toute une soirée. Le troisième d'une qualification. Avec le petit peu de budget qu'on a, c'est nous autres qui payent tout sur nos voitures et on n'a pas des gros sponsors parce qu'on habite trop loin de la piste. Fait que les commanditaires, ils ont un petit peu de la misère parce qu'on dit on course à Cornwall, ben c'est 2 heures de chez nous. C'est pas vraiment bon pour les commerces, c'est trop loin. Mais...
Ça veut dire que peut-être l'année prochaine, tu pourras pas changer de classe, faire comme ton frère, aller 2 sportsmen, 2 setups, 2 à apprendre des choses plus rapidement?
Ouais, moi, je sais pas pourquoi. Moi, j'ai toujours trippé sur les Pro Stock. Je trouve que ça a l'air, c'est encore un char. Puis si je monterais, ce serait un Pro Stock. Mais comme je te dis, il va falloir qu'on ait des bons commanditaires pour monter au même. Là.
Et ton père, toujours proche, la mécanique au garage?
Ouais, mon père, il nous check aller. C'est sûr qu'il nous a donné... il a coursé dans les 4 cylindres, fait qu'il nous a aidé un petit peu avec le setup, mais... Il vient de moins en moins souvent, puis il reste au chalet après de boire de la bière à la place.
Ben, tu veux le saluer, là?
Ah ouais, ben je remercie mon père de nous laisser son garage. On peut travailler tout le temps dedans.
Hey, merci Yannick, puis emmène ça en avant ce soir.
Ouais, m'a essayé bien fort. Merci.
Merci Yannick.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
search myself, the mirrors of my life, down around the road to anywhere. Standing in front of you, things I left behind. Someday this broken heart will heal. You help me through the night. There's nothing we can do. Reflections in my mind. There's a road to go through. All the world to fly away. Bring my love back home to stay. All the world to fly away. Bring my love back and tell me what it takes to take you home. I wanna know how everything went wrong. You're far from turning back. You help me through the night. There's nothing we can do. Reflections in my mind. There's a road to go through. All the world to fly away. Bring my love back home to stay. All the world to fly away. Bring my love back home. All the world to fly away. Bring my love back home to stay. All the world to fly away. Bring my love back home to stay.
You say you feel like you're always alone. Yeah, you love to pretend, but you've never been one to let others inside your home. And we all have our reasons, but you can't be feeling like you're better off on your own. 'Cause you and I both know we've traveled down this road so many times before. And we always end up back where we started, broken down and broken hearted. So where do we go from here? 'Cause I can't make it all just disappear. I've tried to be whatever you wanted, but we can't confront it, 'cause we don't know where to begin. And we fall back on our times, both lose our minds, scream and yell again. We wake up in the morning, we up and say this was all a mistake. You tried. Pedal to the floor, I'm not looking for a long goodbye. 'Cause I don't ever wanna be anything but everything. I've lost my mind, this is the last time. I don't ever wanna be anything but everything. I've lost my mind, this is the last time. So where do we go from here? 'Cause I can't make it all just disappear. I tried to be whatever you wanted, but we can't confront it, 'cause we don't know where to begin. And we fall back on our tops, both lose our minds, scream and yell again. And we wake up in the morning, we try to move on, but the cycle starts again. Starts again. I don't wanna be anything but everything. I've lost my mind, this is the last time. Again. I don't wanna be anything but everything. I've lost my mind, this is the last time. It starts again.
Threadbare ships flowing against the current, passing each other in the night. Misty memories sigh beneath the galley's cries. From the bowsprit hangs the only light, and we'll batten down the hatches. Any part in a storm. We were never meant to ride the seas, the gossamer veils we chose to use as sails. We're never meant to ride the seas, ride the seas, but just to catch a breeze. The wake awake of our travelings lies between the devil and the deep blue sea. gossamer veils we chose to use as sails were never meant to ride the seas, but just to catch a breeze.
Castles in the sand and left it all to heaven knows. It's been a one-night stand, then you woke in the lonely world, a place where nothing ever grows. And you all alone. Takes 100 days and maybe 100 nights of hiding tears to give your love away, and learn to laugh again. Go down the sidewalks of 100 lonely city streets to think that you will never be the same, and say another prayer. Be ready for your love, 'cause you can feel it coming. You know enough's enough. There will be no more crying. You've been so far away, walk down the streets of nowhere, away from what it feels to live. But all of your mistakes, they only made you sober, so you will know your love is near. And you see the feelings are the only thing I've ever cared about. Oh, 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 oh. But the feelings are the only thing I've ever cared about. Oh, 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 oh. Boys, girls, thoughts and words, you really wanna care about the things that I have said before. Boys, girls, thoughts and words, you really wanna care. Boys, girls, thoughts and rising up and falling down. I should have stopped, but I do not know how. Just for now, let's make things right. Have some fun, or at least we've tried. You've got your truth, and I got mine. So what the use of blowing my mind? Some kind of game where we both lose. Should I blame if it's not you? Smiles is the only reply that I get.
alongside of him, slated to go, is the number 35 of Jonathan LeMay. Rounding it out will be Gilles Godard in the 14 and the 11 of Steve Brady. So that is the full order. So 50 laps is the distance, a long ways for these pro stock drivers. A couple of extra pace laps. Allow the tension to build just a little bit more inside of these race cars. All starts and restarts will be double file up until the final 3 laps. If we need a restart in that area of the race, we will go to a single file restart. So, once again, it is 50 green flag laps. There will be no laps counted under caution for this event. There will be no lucky dog or easy pass involved with this either. So, 50 green flag laps. Anything can and usually does happen here in the pro stock ranks. C.D. Beauchamp has run on a part-time basis with us in 2019, focusing his efforts on the Plattsburgh Airborne Speedway on Saturday nights full-time and kind of picking and choosing where he wants to run throughout the rest of the weekend, is following the Dirt Car Pro Stock Series in 2019 as well, looking for that coveted series championship. White flag will be displayed this time by Beauchamp, and Bissonette will lead him down to green. Ready for green, this time by Cornwall Motor Speedway pace truck. Heads to the safe haven of the pits off of turn number 4. Ready to go with the wired audio fire zone in turn number 4. C.D. Beauchamp and Dave Bissonette were green. Down into turns 1 and 2 for the first time. It will be C.D. Beauchamp jumping out into the race lead. 47 of Bissonette, followed by the battle for third between the 8 of Mark Lalone, the 77 of Lee Miller. Bringing it off the turn down to the line. Lap number 1, Beauchamp well in command of this field. He wrapped up the Farnham Ale and Lager Pro Stock Series Championship on Friday night at Granby with a second place effort. And right now, he is trying to get another win here in this Weekend Warrior Pro Stock Series as he comes down across the line. 3-car length advantage over the 8 of Mark Lalone, who's got his hands full with the 47 of Dave Bissonette, with Rocco Ban and Lee Miller completing your top 5 right now as they work it into turns 3 and 4 and down across the line. C.D. Beauchamp in command. Comfortable looking race car for him right now, the Ormstown, Quebec native. Working it down the back stretch into turn number 3. Healthy lead right now. 3-car battle going on for position number 2. Dave Bissonette is way up on that outside lane. Mark Lalone, he'll sneak it through the middle of the speedway and jump it up into the 2 spot. Rocco Ban still there for third, followed by Dave Bissonette, and Lee Miller doing a great job holding on to position number 5 at the moment. 6th is Stefan Lebrun. 7th is the 11th of David Seguin. 8th is the 57 of Federley. 9th to Bruno Sear. Rounding out your top 10 is the 41 of Michael Blay right now as we work in lap number 6. This time by clean and green so far. Straightaway advantage though for C.D. Beauchamp. Healthy lead through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway as before Rock Oban has slipped by the 8 of Mark Lalone. He'll go up into spot number 2. Lalone relegated to third. Dave Bissonette has backpedaled a little bit. He's back to the 4th spot. Lee Miller continues to round out the top 5, and a great run for Miller so far, the Pembroke native, going after the top 4 drivers, but Dave Seguin on the low side trying to get by for 5th, and he will do so. So Lee Miller drop kicks back to the 6th spot. 7th is Stefan Lebrun, and he is putting the pressure on Miller now for that position as Kevin Federley Jr. starts to work his way up towards the top portion of the field. He'll get by Miller as Miller almost lost it in turn number 2, and he tagged Federley on the way by. No harm, no foul. We stay under green with 9 laps in the books. 9 laps are complete, and the man in charge has been C.D. Beauchamp from the drop of the green. Straightaway advantage, and C.D. Beauchamp is continuing that strong weekend here tonight.
C.D. Beauchamp qui continue son excellent week-end, comme Tim le mentionnait, lui qui est maintenant le nouveau champion de la série Farnham L Lager, qui a gagné cette série en terminant deuxième du côté de Granby vendredi. Parti sur la pole ce soir ici du côté de Cornwall, et puis ça va très bien jusqu'ici. Une bonne avance sur Roch Aubin, Marc Lalonde en troisième, Dave Seguin qui a le couteau dans les dents, là, jusqu'ici, lui qui partait 8e, maintenant au 4e rang, veut certainement aller chercher la victoire pour ce soir, lui qui est l'instigateur de cette course, le Sisters for Cure 50. Tous les pilotes qui sont ici sont venus de leur gré également pour participer à cet événement. En ce moment, c'est C.D. Beauchamp qui domine cette finale, mais il faudra surveiller le 11 ici qui donne une pousse à Marc Lalonde. Dave Seguin très agressif. Seguin really aggressive right now in that 4th position. Would like to have a spot on the podium tonight. Driving the wheels off of his 11A right now in that 4th position, but it's all C.D. Beauchamp leading the way in the 88. Coming off a 2nd place finish to Danny Vogel on Friday at Autodrome Granby. Securing, as Tim was mentioning, the Farnham L series that made a stop to Cornwall a few weeks ago, as Roch Aubin is running in 2nd, Marc Lalonde 3rd, and Dave Seguin in the 11A runs in that position number 4. Beauchamp is getting closer and closer to heavier traffic as he cleared the 11A of Brady a little bit earlier on, but now he's running with Jonathan Lemay, and he'll have Burton Ward as well, as we're clicking down lap number 19 for the 88 of Beauchamp. He's extending his lead over Aubin, but that could change in the next 10 laps, Tim, as he's getting into heavy traffic. Lap number 20 in the books.
Yes, and he gets by Jonathan LeMay and the 28 of Burton Ward. Problems for Steve Brady in corner number 2. The 11 pulls it up off the top side of corner number 2. He's still moving over there, so we're going to stay under the green flag, and he is inching along down the back straightaway. 21 laps up on the scoreboard. 29 left to go, and Steve Brady still creeping along down the back straightaway. I don't think he's going to make it to pit road, and he will slow it to a stop right there. The middle of the back straightaway. Yellow lights are back on, which is probably a good thing for C.D. Beauchamp getting into this traffic, as he has had his way with this field so far here. 21 laps down, and he has led all 21 of them. Well, everything seems to be okay with the 11 of Brady. Not sure whether if he just lost power or what the deal was there, but in any event, he is going to be kicked back to the tail of the field, and we will go back under the green flag with 29 laps left to go. Apparently the problems are worse than what he thought, so he's going to take it right to pit road. Steve finished 4th last night in the street stock event at Brockville last night, and Unfortunately, the Pro Stock is not going as he had planned for tonight. .29 left to go, and C.D. Beauchamp has been in command for every one of the 21 laps here tonight. Rock Aubin is second, followed by Mark Lalonde into third. Dave Seguin is now fourth. Stefan Lebrun runs out the top five. Dave Bissonnette is sixth, followed by Bruno Cyr in seventh. Eighth is Kevin Federley Jr. Ninth is Eric Jean-Louis, and rounding out your top 10 is Gilles Godard in the 14th. 41 of Michael Blais is 11th. 12th right now is the 77 of Lee Miller. 13th, Jonathan LeMay, the 35. 14th, the 28 of Burton Ward. 15th is Jay Fitzgerald in the 56. Steve Brady in the pits at the 11 in 16. Ready to go green at the Wired Audio Zone in turn number 4, and we're underway. Beauchamp down on the bottom. Rock Aubin up on the top side, and no change once again as we're 3 wide back there for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Stefan Lebrun through the middle, and Bissonnette goes for a ride off the top side of corner number 3, and that will bring off a caution on lap 22. So we went green for the first 22 laps. Now 2 laps, 2 caution flags already. So hopefully that is the last we see of the yellow flag tonight, as Bissonnette has taken his ride to pit road. Getting things checked out. So the Cornwall Speedway pace truck will pick up this field. Drivers being told on the one-way radio to go single file formation, at least for now. Checking out the winners here in 2019 for the Pro Stock division, the Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stocks. Stefan Lebrun opened the season with 2 wins in a row, May 19th and the 26th. Dave Bissonnette on June 9th with a big win there. Mark Lalonde, his first win of the season on June 16th. C.D. Beauchamp, first of 2 wins on the year for him on June 23rd and on July the 7th. David Seguin for win number 1 on July 14th. Dave Bissonnette, win number 2 of the year on July 21st. Mark Lalonde won 2 weeks ago on August the 4th. The Pro Stocks were off last week. Back on the card tonight. They'll be off on the 22nd as well. So after tonight, 2 regular season point nights are available for these drivers to try to gain as many valuable points as possible in that chase for that coveted Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stock Track Championship. Ready for green off of turn number 4, and we're underway. C.D. Beauchamp once again to the lead. Dave Seguin pulling up into the top 3 now, looking for second up underneath Rock Aubin into turn number 3. Aubin up on the top side. Seguin down low, drag race down in front behind the leader as they head into 1 and 2. 23 laps up on the scoreboard, and David Seguin now up into the 2 spot. Rock Aubin relegated to 3rd with Stefan Lebrun under attack from the 8 of Mark Lalonde. Lebrun up on the bottom, the 8 of Lalonde on the top shelf as they come down across the line. Pretty well a dead heat there for position number 4 as your top 3 pretty much solidified as Aubin gets a little bit wide, and the door was almost shut. Stefan Lebrun took full advantage, goes from 5th to 3rd as they headed to turns 3 and 4. Get a little dicey back there from 3rd on back as Lebrun, Lalonde, and Aubin along with Bruno Cyr dicing it up into turns 1 and 2. Halfway through this one, 25 laps are complete. As they head into turns 3 and 4, C.D. Beauchamp has got that Qualitech number 88 ride. Working good on the bottom of the racetrack, and he leads the way by 6 car lengths over David Seguin. Battle on for 3rd once again. The 8 of Mark Lalonde has it. Stefan Lebrun wants to take it away from him. Up on the outside lane goes Lebrun as Mark Lalonde. Right there on the bottom side of the racetrack. 33 of Bruno Cyr starting to move into the picture as well. He holds on to position number 5. Eric Jean-Louis is 6th, and Gilles Godard making his way towards the front as well. He's up to spot number 7, working his way to the back bumper of Eric Jean-Louis. Meanwhile, back up to the leader, C.D. Beauchamp in control. 28 laps on the board, 22 remain. Seguin still working that outside lane. David Seguin cruising around in the 2 spot. Meanwhile, the battle is still on for the number 3 position. Mark Lalonde still has it. Stefan Lebrun trying to take it away from him, but these 2 drivers have been putting on quite the show over the last 5 laps or so. It's side by side all the way around this racetrack. But the man in charge is still C.D. Beauchamp. 30 laps will be complete this time by 20 to go, and it's just another dominant performance for C.D. Beauchamp.
Des Beauchamp qui continue à dominer cette finale, lui qui partait premier. Accentue son avance sur le reste du peloton, alors que le meneur dans les points dans cette série Weekend Warriors, Stéphane Lebrun, maintenant se bat pour la 3e position avec Marc Lalonde. Jaune est lancé. Yellow flag is out for the 57 of Kevin Federley. Federley stops in turn number 2. Yellow flag being displayed. Lap number 31 and 19 laps to go. As Dave Seguin was mentioning earlier, the money collected over the last season here for the Grace Science Foundation. He texted me the amount earlier on. On his side, he had collected over $2,000 so far, but there's a few sponsors that provided some money as well. GLB Cooling, the main sponsor, Eating and Cooling, the main sponsor of the Weekend Warriors Series. The driver of the number 9 car, Eric Jean-Louis, is giving $1,000 as well, plus some more money coming in tonight. So we should be closing by the almost to the $5,000 mark by the end of this feature. We'll know the amount a little bit later on, but right now it's looking good for the Grace Science Foundation. C.D. Beauchamp to the lead with Seguin moving up to second. I know he really wants to win this feature tonight, but he has some strong competitors with him. As this is the final round of the Weekend Warriors Series, Stéphane Lebrun leads the way in the points, currently running in 5th. C.D. Beauchamp toujours aux commandes de cette finale. On roule côte à côte entre Marc Lalonde et Dave Seguin pour la 2e position. Roch Aubin toujours parmi les meneurs avec Stéphane Lebrun. Des enjeux ici pour Jonathan Lemay qui a une crevaison avant droit. Va s'arrêter possiblement ou devra se rendre dans les puits au ralenti, là, ce qui devrait amener possiblement le jaune est lancé pour Lee Miller. Lee Miller stops in turn number 2. Jonathan Lemay heading to the pits. You saw when he passed in front of the grandstand, he had a flat tire, a right front flat tire for the 35 of Jonathan Lemay. Lee Miller will join the rest of the field. 35 tours de compléter, 15 tours à faire dans cette finale. Sisters for Cure. We'll go back to green. This time around, on est de retour au vert dans les prochains tours. De retour au vert, we're back to green. C.D. Beauchamp qui mène. Dave Seguin, Marc Lalonde toujours avec Beauchamp, mais Beauchamp semble être le gars à battre. Des enjeux pour Gilles Godard et Mike Blais. Le jaune est lancé dans le tournant numéro 3. Yellow flag is out. 14 laps to be completed. 14 tours à faire dans cette finale. Beauchamp était aux commandes de cette finale pour les 36 tours jusqu'ici. Dave Séguin toujours en deuxième position, lui qui voudrait certainement aller remporter la victoire ce soir. 1000 $ au vainqueur. All right, white has been displayed to the field. Le blanc est donné au peloton. 14 tours à faire. 14 laps to go. Green is out. Le blanc est donné. Beauchamp to the lead, but Séguin charging hard on the top side, looking to get the win tonight. But as mentioning, a tough field. Bruno Cyr looking to crack the top 5 as well. Strong cars in the top 6. 38 laps in the books. 12 laps to go. C'est les Beauchamp. Marc Lalonde battling hard for position 1 and 2, but Beauchamp in the lead, 39 laps. Séguin faded it a little bit. Now back to third. We'll have to watch the 6 of Stéphane Lebrun, looking to secure the Weekend Warriors series as we're clicking lap number 40.
10 laps left to go. Can C.D. Beauchamp lead the final 10 count, or will Marc Lalonde come up and steal the show? David Séguin started to work his way forward as well as they head up into turns 3 and 4. Down across the line, C.D. Beauchamp, 4-car length lead over Marc Lalonde. David Séguin using his favorite line right around the top side. Oh, we got Lee Miller hard into the fence down here on the front straightaway. Still going. Everything is still green as they head through turns 3 and 4. No caution. Everything is clear down the front straightaway. Lee Miller, a huge... as they work it down across the line. 7 laps left to go, and as I mentioned, Lee Miller, heavy damage to the rear end of that ride. As the rear bumper is definitely tore up on that car, but he's still moving out there, still going strong. Meanwhile, 44 laps are complete, 6 to go, and it appears that 88 of Beauchamp is just getting faster out there as the 8 of Marc Lalonde starting to lose some ground to the leader. David Séguin now into the clutches of Rock Oban for position number 3, bringing it down across the line. C.D. Beauchamp, 5 laps remaining, looking for his 3rd win of 2019. They work it down off of corner number 3 and 4 across the line. This time by C.D. Beauchamp, well in command. 46 are down, 4 more to go, and C.D. Beauchamp pretty much has clear racetrack in front of him, so lap traffic should not be an issue. 8 of Marc Lalonde, followed by David Séguin, Rock Oban, and Bruno Cyr. That's your top 5 as Stéphane Lebrun rides at 6th. 7th is Eric Jean-Louis. 8th is Gilles Godard. 9th is the 57 of Kevin Federley. Michael Blake completes the top 10 unofficially. Lee Miller 11th, Burton Ward 12th, 13th Jonathan Lemay, and Dave Fitzgerald is 14th. 2 to go for C.D. Beauchamp. Has had a dominant race car this entire event as he works it down the back stretch into turn number 3 and 4. White flag will be displayed this time by, and the man from Ormstown looking to go for win number 3. White flag for C.D. Beauchamp. trying to collect his third win of the season as he heads down the backstretch into turn number 3. No problems for C.D. Beauchamp on this night as he brings it to the line. C.D. Beauchamp is a winner in the Pro Stocks for the third time this year. Second will go to Mark Lalonde. Third to David Seguin. Fourth to the 4 of Rock Oban. And Bruno Cyr completes the top 5 here tonight. So C.D. Beauchamp, his third win of the season. As I mentioned, not running here as a track regular this year. And definitely leaving his mark on this speedway, that's for sure. So in just a moment, we'll have our winner down trackside, and then we'll go right into the next level home at Rubin Sportsman Division for their 25-lap feature go. There goes Martin Boulanger with our paychecks, heading to the bank to cash them in. So he's in victory lane, third time this season. Not bad for a part-time guy here at Cornwall, Marty.
And he's out of the car. You can hear you, the 88 of C.D. Beauchamp. Sisters of For the Cure, feature winner here tonight. C.D., une belle performance. On partait sur la pole, une bonne pige. Mais de somme toute, avec la qualité du peloton qu'on avait ici ce soir, on devait être sur les gardes pendant ces 50 tours-là.
Oui, écoute, je dois remercier Eric, c'est lui qui a fait la pige, il a pigé la première position. Habituellement, j'aime pas ça partir de la pole, mais à soir, écoute, je peux pas me plaindre ben, je pense.
On t'a vu un petit peu moins souvent ici cette saison. On se concentre sur d'autres séries. Justement, tu as gagné la Farnham du côté de Granby vendredi. On se concentre sur la série Pro Stock, mais c'est toujours plaisant de te voir ici à Cornwall. Courir contre ces gars-là toutes les semaines, c'est plaisant également.
Oui, c'est sûr que ça me manque de courser ici toutes les semaines. C'est un choix d'équipe qu'on a fait au début de saison. Après les 2 premiers programmes, on a décidé de se concentrer sur le championnat dirt. Puis malheureusement, il y avait un petit peu trop de courses avec toutes les courses ici. Donc on a décidé de lâcher ici, mais c'est toujours un plaisir de venir ici, c'est sûr.
Donc, est-ce qu'on a des gens à remercier ce soir? Évidemment, ton équipe toujours au rendez-vous avec toi.
Oui, écoute, cette équipe-là, mon père, Fred, Eric, Sylvain et Sam qui sont pas là ce soir. Écoute, dans la qualif, on n'avait pas une bonne voiture, mais pas du tout. Puis c'est pour ça qu'on n'était pas là à la session d'autographe. Ils n'ont pas arrêté de travailler sa voiture. Puis écoute, je ne vais pas demander une voiture meilleure que celle-là.
Félicitations pour ta victoire, CD, puis on va t'en souhaiter d'autres cette saison. Big round of applause for the 88 of CD Beauchamp. He'll draw the 50-50. And je vais avoir besoin de numéro 2. Un autre. Parfait, merci. So for the money tonight, 26109,
26109 for the money, $642. It's a great ticket. And also for the bottle of Mayhaven, 21096, 21096. It's a blue ticket, billet bleu. I'll go speak to Marc Lalonde, finishing second tonight.
Marc Lalonde, félicitations pour ta deuxième place ce soir. On avait Beauchamp qui est parti sur la pole, mais on s'est battu là, avec Dave Seguin et avec plusieurs autres pilotes. Là. Ça a été une course quand même excitante pour vous autres. Là.
Oui, on a eu une belle course. C'était clean, c'était correct. Regarde, on ne peut pas demander mieux. Le char, d'un morceau, tout le monde est content. Moi, je suis satisfait avec ça.
On a une grosse équipe. Là, on voit là, beaucoup de gilets verts, là, ton commanditaire principal, là, la marche électrique. Là, on a une grosse équipe à remercier encore une fois. Là.
Ouais, comme à toutes les fois, j'aime pas ça, parce que je n'oublie, mais oui, la marche électrique, les huiles totales, Clyde Stone Slinger, il y en a. La bénerie, Lucas Oil, il y en a trop. Puis toutes eux autres. Puis toutes, je l'ai dit, la marche. Puis toutes eux autres qui sont là. On a travaillé après ça, puis ils lâchent pas, puis ils sont là toutes les soirs qu'on travaille, puis toutes les courses, tout le monde nous suit, regarde. Puis il y a plein de monde dans les estrades, je le sais, là. Salut tout le monde. Je vous aime bien fort.
Félicitations pour ta deuxième place, Marc, puis on va souhaiter d'autres victoires cette saison. And I'll go speak to a guy that I know he wanted to win tonight, but all in all, everyone is a winner tonight, Dave Seguin. Dave finished third tonight here at Cornwall. I know you wanted the win. You tried really hard, but a strong third here for your race, the Sisters for Cure 50. How do you feel finishing third to Marc Lalonde and CD Beauchamp?
Well, it was a good battle. It was tough battling with those guys. It was tough competition. I tried to make the top work. It was a little slick up there, but gave it all I could. It was a fun race. Tonight goes out to all the Anglai 1 kids around the world. This race is for you. The cure is coming soon. There's lots of good people. Technology keeps getting better, so it's just a matter of time. I can't say enough for the Great Science Foundation too. Amazing team they put together, and they're just coming along real good with the cure. So we're pretty positive and keep optimistic, and I'm sure the girls will get something in the future.
We have two big checks here. The first one is, I know one of your good friend, Eric Jean-Louis from GLB Heating and Cooling, the driver of number 9. He's donating $1,000 to the Grace Foundation. Yep. And also, just the second check, we've collected $4,400 going towards the Grace Science Foundation. So again, a big thank you to everyone here. A big round of applause to these drivers, and also to the and we're adding half of the purse from CD Beauchamp, so we're raising it up to $4,900, almost $5,000 collected tonight. So any words you would like to say, Dave?
Just hats off to everyone. The teams that came out tonight, there's some teams came in from New York, Quebec. As you know, all the guys that just made the trip down. Thanks to the Cornwall Speedway for even making this race possible. To you, Martin. Just everyone. JLB Heating and Cooling, they had a huge fortune in this. So just thankful for everyone. There's so many people to thank. So.
All right, so congratulations. We'll let you celebrate with everyone. Big thank you, and hopefully we'll be back next season in 2020 for another great race. Again, a big round of applause for everyone here tonight. I think the Pro Stock gave a hell of a show. Back up to you, Tim.
Okay, thanks.
Donc, on va résumer un petit peu les commentaires, un petit peu d'émotion aussi là, pour, évidemment, Dave Seguin, qui, on voit là, les deux chèques, là, on a accumulé 4 900 $. On voit 4 400, mais on a, Dave, on a vu là, la générosité de CD Beauchamp qui rajoute 500 $. Donc, on va avoir 4 900 qui vont aller à la fondation Grace Science Foundation. 20 000 personnes, 20 000 enfants sont à travers le monde ont ça. Donc, on voit les deux filles de Dave Seguin qui sont atteintes de cette maladie. Donc, on espère que ce montant va aller pour aider. Seguin mentionnant là, un petit peu la course, là, ils ont essayé de faire fonctionner l'extérieur. Puis, pour lui, ça a été vraiment le but. Ça a été de remporter la victoire. Malheureusement, ça n'a pas fonctionné de son côté. Mais somme toute, très heureux d'avoir terminé au 3e rang d'ici du côté de Cornwall. Il aurait voulu la victoire, mais somme toute, très heureux d'avoir terminé au 3e rang. Puis évidemment, remercier à tout le monde. Là, remercie CD Beauchamp. Remercie évidemment, on voit la voiture neuve d'Éric Jean-Louis, le commanditaire qui voulait vraiment aider également, lui qui a donné 1 000 $ à cette cause. Donc, encore une fois, là, une bonne finale, puis un bon podium pour les 3 premiers ici ce soir. Donc, Dave Seguin qui termine au 3e rang, derrière Marc Lalonde et puis CD Beauchamp.
Tim, if you could ask in the tower if we have the champion for the Weekend Warriors, that would be really appreciated.
We are just confirming that right now. The Weekend Warrior Series champion with 197 points by one single marker, C.D. Beauchamp is the champion. Rocco May second at 196, Stefan Lebrun 194, Mark Lalone 193, and David Sagan fifth at 190. Do you think that's close enough for you?
Yeah, that's close enough. So we'll see everything when we get upstairs.
Yeah, very close among the top five. Well,
so if people were mentioning there were 2 bikes to being drawn for the Grace Foundation as well, we'll do the draw next week. So s'il y a des gens qui avaient acheté des billets pour le tirage de la Grace Foundation pour des vélos, on va faire le tirage la semaine prochaine. On a complètement oublié de faire ce tirage, donc we'll do that next week.
Alrighty, we are ready to go. Next level home improvement sportsman division, ready to rock and roll. As the field of 29 will be rolling trackside in just a moment. It will be points leader Shane Pecor on the pole. 12 drivers were inverted in the draw after the qualifying heats tonight. That put Shane Pecor on the top of the leaderboard in the number 1 spot. Shane Stearns goes away from the outside of row number 1 in the 22S. Row number 2 is Jason Rose in the 18, along with the 94 of Gabriel Sear. Row 3 is Ryan Stabler in the 77 with the 22E of Eric Govro. Row number 3, it is going to find the 8, or row number 4 rather, is going to find the 88 of Brian Como, along with the 1X of Robert Delormier. Row number 5, Jonathan Ferguson in the 44 with the 22C of Cedric Govro. Carl Potvin goes from 11th starting spot in the 14K with the 66 of Moise Paget. Row number 7, Ricky Thompson in the 1R, alongside of him the 35, that's Thomas Cook. Row number 8, the 28K of Kurt Kaye, along with the 29 of Justin DeRosier. Billy Cook in the M70 starts 17th with the 62 of Tyler Stewart starting in 18th. Bob Ray goes from 19th starting spot in the 18, along with Kaylin Draper going from position number 20 in the 18K. 21st starter Brianna Lannister in the 15B with the 4 of Jason Shipclark on the outside of row 11. Row 12, Jean-Francois LeBlanc in the 721 with the 08 of Chris Ferguson. Justin Lalonde in the 1, along with Scott McGill in the 04. That's row 13. Row 14, Adam Rosen in the 3, the 9 of Christian Smoke. Dominic Merkley completes the field in position number 29 in the 78. 29 cars ready to go. 25 laps. The next level home improvement sportsman division is at the Wired Audio Fire Zone, and we're green. Shane Pecor, like we've seen so many times in 2019, jumps out into the lead. Shane Stearns, Jason Rose, Gabriel Sear, and Ryan Stapler. That's your top 5 early as they bring it down across the line. 1 lap is in the books now as Pecor starts to open up the advantage just a little bit. Down the back chute they go. Shane Stearns under attack from Jason Rose. Win a top 3 finish at Mohawk on Friday night. Looking to get around the 22 of Stearns, but Gabriel Sear pulling it up on the top side. He's trying to work his way by Stearns as they work it down the backstretch into turn number 3. They're even terms down into turn 3 and 4. And Gabriel Sear is driving the wheels off that car early. Caution lights are on. We got a car around off the top side of corners 1 and 2. It's Kalen Draper in the 18. Yellow lights are on with 3 laps in the books. So checking out the winners so far this season for the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman. May 19th, May 26th, June 9th, June 16th, June 23rd. It was all Shane Pecor. June 30th, Robert Delormier. July 7th, Shane Pecor for win number 6. Ryan Stabler on July 14th, Moise Paget July 21st. Shane Pecor for win number 7 on August the 4th, and Moise Paget last week for win number 2 on August 11th of last week. So Shane Pecor back in a familiar spot, the number 1 position in the 0, the 94 of Gabriel Sear, along with the 22 of Shane Stearns. That's your top 3 at the moment. Jason Rose in the 77 of Ryan Stabler complete your top 5. Good showing so far for Eric Govro. He's in 6th. 7th is Robert Delormier. 8th is Cedric Govro. Moise Paget, last week's winner, is 9th. Top 10 being completed by Brian Como in car number 88. So field is set. We are going to go green next time by, and Gabriel Sear will pull even with the 0 Pecor on this restart. So white being displayed. We're going to go green next trip around. Pecor and Sear on that front row. Gabriel Sear, first win of the year, first win of his career, came at the Brockville Speedway a little over a month ago. Trying to get his first Cornwall win if he could get it done. So all starts and restarts once again at the Wired Audio Fire Zone over in turn number 4. Looking for green this time by, and Pecor will line up on the bottom. Sear on the top side. Coming down to the stripe. Green lights are on, and away we go. Different restart, same result. Shane Pecor back to the lead. Gabriel Sear working that outside lane up into the 2 spot. 22S of Shane Stearns there for 3rd as they come down across the stripe. Top 2 breakaway now at the front of the field as Shane Pecor still continuing to work along that bottom lane. Back there behind the top 5, Eric Govro starting to charge forward. He moves around Robert Delormier to pick up spot number 6, or at least for a moment, as Delormier swings back by on the bottom side. Now a pair of 22s going at it for positions 8 and 9 is Eric and Cedric Govro, father-son duo going at it down the backstretch. Eric Govro looks to go 3 wide with the 18 of Jason Rose on the top side. Moise Paget down on the bottom. Paget is able to get away from the field and move to the 6th spot. 7th is Jason Rose. 8th is Eric Govro. 9th is Cedric Govro, and Ricky Thompson completes the top 10 down across the stripe. Team Pecor. 3-car link lead into turns 1 and 2. We got a problem in turn number 2. We got Dominic Merkley, Jean-Francois LeBlanc, and one other car involved over there as well. So it looks like everybody's going to be able to pull away over there. So working our second caution of this 25-lap affair. Coming up after this, final feature of the night will be the Loud and Dirty 358 Modifieds for 30 laps. Interesting note, in the Modified division, we have not had a repeat winner in 2019, so looking to see if we can maybe keep that streak going and get our 10th different winner. And with the added drivers in the field tonight, there's a good chance that that could happen. Looking at our top three, could very well be the case. So of course, coming into tonight's action with the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman, this does not count the heat points or anything. Shane Pecor came into tonight, topped the leaderboard, 653 points. He has virtually had his way with the field. He's got a near one race lead on his nearest competitor. Ryan Stabler in second at 598. Moise Paget third at 541. Jonathan Ferguson at 504th. Thomas Cook completes the top five at 491. Brianna Landesur is sixth at 490. Seventh is a tie between Gabriel Sear and Kurt Kaye. And ninth is Adam Rosen. Jason Shipclark at 403 completes the top 10. So that's how the top 10 in points look for the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman. Completely different look in the Loud and Dirty 358 Modifieds coming into tonight's racing program. Top three separated by a mere 7 points. Corey Wheeler at 509, Kerry Terrance at 503, and Kyle Dingwall at 502 this season. So very tight point race among those top three drivers. Mario Clare sits fourth at 432, and then Brian McDonald, the top five, at 414. So we'll get into that later on. Right now, the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsmen working their second caution of this 25-lap affair. Looking through this field, as I mentioned, Ryan Stabler having a great season so far this year. It's kind of been overshadowed by the dominance of the Pecor racing team, but Ryan Stabler, 3 second-place finishes before he finally got his first feature win of the season on July the 14th. He was fourth a week ago on August 11th. His only real major blip during the year was the 10th place finish on July 21st. Other than that, it has been pretty well all top 5 finishes all season long. He has not been out of the top 10 yet. Behind him, car number 22S, Sheen Stearns, had himself a decent run last night at Brockville. Of course, Sheen, his only other appearance this season with us was a 14th on August the 4th. Robert Delormier, he's run a limited schedule with us in 2019, but he has made his impact. He picked up his first win of the year on June the 30th, along with a pair of fourth-place efforts on July 14th and July 21st were his best runs of the season. Moise Paget, as I mentioned, he has had himself one heck of a year. 5 wins across 3 different tracks, 2 of those coming here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. Rough start to the season, but from there on it has been top 10 or top 5 finishes all season long. 2 wins in the last 3 weeks to keep that in mind. So that's how good of a season Moise Paget has had, the man out of St. Louis de Gonzague, Quebec. I just like saying that name. Nice little town too. As the field doubles up, we're going to get ready to go back under the green flag. Jason Rose, South Glengarry, Ontario native, not having the season that he had anticipated. He did get a 3rd place finish at Mohawk on Friday night, his best run at any racetrack he has competed at this year. So Jason Rose trying to find that success, and it looks like he is getting better as the days go on here. As I mentioned, 3rd on Friday night and running 7th at the moment here. So he's trying to get his first top 10 of the season. Best finish of 13th this year. That came a week ago. Other than that, it has been nothing better than 15th all season, and that happened on 2 occasions this year for Jason. So he's looking to vastly improve his finishes here towards the latter stages of the season. White flag is displayed. 7 laps are complete. 18 more to go. Still quite a ways to go in this 25-lap event. All drivers involved in that accident in turns 1 and 2 are able to continue. Back under green next time by with Shane Pecor in command. Alongside of him will be Gabriel Sear. as they work it through turns 3 and 4. Down across the line, green lights back on, and away we go. And once again, Shane Pecor jumps into the lead. Down the back stretch into turn number 3. Gabriel Sear still working that extreme outside lane, trying to find some running room up there to get around Pecor as Ryan Stabler, Robert Delormier, Moise Bagier hold on to the top 5 positions. Bob Ray catches a piece of the wall down here on the front stretch, but keeps his foot in the throttle and pulls it off the top side of corners 1 and 2 at a slow crawling pace. Yellow flag is back out with now 9 laps complete. So Bob Ray takes it to the pits. Bob, a couple of top 10s this year. His best run of the year was 3rd on July 14th. So Bob Ray's second full-time season in the sportsman ranks, going a little better. Unfortunately, tonight's not going very good. Ricky Thompson in that 1R machine is holding on to a top 10 run so far here. The man out of Hogansburg, New York. Best finish of 3rd on June the 30th for Ricky. Running back there in position number 9 at the moment. Eric Govro completes the top 10. Curtis Caillet, he is in 11th. Curtis has had a pretty good year so far as well. Has not had a feature win yet, but he is getting close. Second place finish on August the 4th was his best effort. Third place finish on August 11th last week, so not a bad run for Curtis. He'll go from 11th. Thomas Cook rolls from the number 12 position. Thomas looking for that first win of the year here at Cornwall. He had a win at Mohawk earlier this year. Second was his best run on July 14th as well. It's ready to go green in turns 3 and 4. Shane Pecor will once again fire from the bottom. That is where he has been at his strongest. Off of corner number 4, we're green. Down around the bottom, Shane Pecor with a lead, but here comes Gabriel Sear up on that top side of the racetrack. Into turns 3 and 4. Gabriel Sear may have found the sweet spot as they come down to the line. 10 laps down, 15 to go. And Shane Pecor trying to hold back Gabriel Sear, but the Cornwall native holding on to that outside lane. He's trying his best to pull even turns with Shane Pecor down across the line. 11 laps in the books. Gabriel Sear still with the advantage up on the top side. He's got a little bit more momentum, but Shane Pecor has the track position down around the bottom side of the racetrack as they head into turns 3 and 4. Shane Pecor in command now, starts to pull away by a couple of car lengths. Ryan Stabler starting to move it up into the mix as well. Caution lights are on. Brianna Ladisser, problems in turn number 4. She immediately pulls it to the pit exit over here in turn number 4, and we'll head immediately to her pit stall over there to just off of the pit lane. So Ladisser continues to fight the battle here in 2019. I was talking with her this past Friday at Mohawk about her season, and she says, you know, those second place finishes that we had this year, those were turning into wins last year, and this season that has just not happened. And I want to talk second place efforts, 3 of them here, including a week ago on August 11th. She also had a pair of second place finishes on June 16th and June 23rd. So it's not like she hasn't been running bad. She just has not been able to crack victory lane yet. Having great runs, but just not able to get to the winner's circle. So tonight's going to be a tough sled to get there, but she'll try to make it back out and salvage as many points as she can. Jonathan Ferguson, Splash Well Drilling car number 44 machine. He's had kind of an up and down year in 2019 here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. Currently running in position number 12 on track. Jonathan, Prescott, Ontario, Canada. He's really only had 2 bad finishes all season. That came at the end of June, but other than that, pair of second place finishes was his best effort on June 9th and July 21st. 8th place finish last week as Brianna Ladisser makes it back out. In the number 15 is the Cornwall Motor Speedway Pace Truck heads to the safe haven of the pits in turn number 3. We're back and ready to go racing in turns 3 and 4. 12 laps are down, 13 to go. 1 lap shy of the halfway point. Can Gabriel Sear find the way by Shane Pecor? We're going to find out. Green lights are back on and away we go. Down the back chute, Shane Pecor in command of it. Ryan Stabler starting to make his move to the inside portion of the speedway. Off of turns 3 and 4 and down across the line. 13 laps are complete. 13 down, 12 to go. Ryan Stabler starting to move forward as they head up into turns 1 and 2 and down the back stretch. Into turn number 3. Pecor still with the advantage coming down to the line. Ryan Stabler, caution lights back on once again. Car off the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. It's Kalen Draper in the number 18 ride, so he will make his way back out on the speedway or possibly to pit road. Kalen, of course, a feature winner a couple of weeks ago at the Brockville Speedway in the Draper Doors Rookie Sportsman division over there. So Kalen having some success at Brockville. His brother Tristan ended up getting his first ever Thousand Islands RV 358 modified feature win earlier this season as well. So Draper is only his first and only appearance so far this year was last week when he ended up upside down over in turn number 2 for a 23rd place effort. Justin Lalancette making his way back out in the number 1 machine. Justin, St. Andrews, Ontario native. Kind of had one of those years. It's been very up and down, a lot of peaks and valleys in his season, that's for sure. 3rd place effort on June 9th was his best finish of the year. He's only had 2 top 10 finishes in his last 2 top 10s in his last 6 starts. He finished 12th last week on August 11th. So Lalancette trying to break the bad luck here soon and get into victory lane before season's end. Of course, it's been one of the tougher things to do as Kalen Draper makes it back out in the number 18. 11 laps to go. 14 are complete in this 25-lap affair. Coming up after this, the Loud and Dirty 358 modified feature event for 30 laps will conclude our evening. So, ready to go back green in just a moment. Sorting some positions out in the lineup. We'll be set to go. Shane Pecor has been great on these restarts. Gabriel Sear has had a pretty good car on the initial start, but once things get rolling, Gabriel Sear's car starts to fall off just a little bit, and Ryan Stabler starts to go forward. Robert Delormier sneaking into the picture as well. He's back in position number 4. Moise Paget is 5th, followed by the 22 of Shane Stearns in the number 6 spot. 7th is Cedric Govro. 8th is the 28 of Kurt Kaye. 9th to the 18 JR of Jason Rose. The 1R of Ricky Thompson completes the top 10. Eric Govro is 11th. Jason Shipclark up to position number 12 right now. 13th, Jonathan Ferguson. 14th is Thomas Cook. 15th to Scott McGill. 16th in the running order is Adam Rozon in the 3. 17th, Brian Como. 18th, Justin DeRosier. 19th to Christian Smoke, and Chris Ferguson is 20th. 21st, Jean-Francois LeBlanc, 721. 22nd, Dominic Merkley in the 78. 23rd, Bob Ray in the 18. Brianna Ladisser, 24th. 25th, Tyler Stewart in the 62. 26th, Billy Cook in the M70. 27th, Carl Potvin in the 14, along with Kalen Draper in the 18K. And 29th is Justin Lalancette. 29 cars started. We have 29 on the racetrack. So all drivers that started are still running on the Speedway. 14 laps down, 11 more to go. Shane Pecor is the control car. He has choice of starting lane. And he will fire at the wired audio fire zone in turns 3 and 4. All drivers were reminded of that. Ready to go green off of turns 3 and 4. We're back underway. Pecor once again gets a great restart. Gabriel Sear, car tightened up on him getting into turns 1 and 2. That was the difference right there. Meanwhile, Robert Delormier starting to see some room up on the top side, trying to get away and get by Stabler for third as the top 5 break away from the rest of the field. Here's Cedric Govro now in a battle with Jason Rose in the 18 as Rose moves on by. So Jason Rose trying to move up towards the top 5. He's now to 6th. 7th is Govro. Shane Stearns is 8th. 9th is Ricky Thompson, and Kurt Kaye completes the top 10. Meanwhile, 16 laps complete. 8 to go. We'll have 17 in the books this time by. 8 more remain. Shane Pecor has got 7 wins on the year. He's looking for victory number 8 in 2019. Eric Govro with a problem in corners 3 and 4. Justin Lalancette also slows in turns 3 and 4 as well, but Eric Govro will get back on the racetrack and we stay green. Green lights are still on, and Shane Pecor continues to run away and hide. 18 laps on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, Ryan Stabler trying to get to the inside of Gabriel Sear down the backstretch, and he will get the spot away in turn number 3. Robert Delormier trying to move in as Moise Paget watches from the 5 spot. 19 laps down. 6 more to go. Will lap traffic come into play here as Justin Lalancette heads to pit road in the number 1 machine. Meanwhile, Pecor with the advantage. 5 car lengths over Ryan Stabler. Gabriel Sear still there for third. Robert Delormier has some pressure now in the form of Moise Paget in the 66. Paget right there in spot number 5, closing in on Delormier for the number 4 position. As they head up into turns 3 and 4, Delormier just about overcooked at that time. That opened the door for Paget to sneak by on the bottom. So Moise Paget, lap 21, he now rides in spot number 4 with Delormier back to 5th. Meanwhile, your leader, Shane Pecor, working through turns 3 and 4, down across the line. 3 to go for Shane Pecor. Looking to claim his 8th win in 2019 here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway, and 11th win overall this season. Coming down to the line, lap traffic to deal with. He sneaks by Tyler Stewart, 2 to go this time around. Billy Cook right there in front of the leader as Pecor will get by with no problem, closing in on Kalen Draper. The 77 of Ryan Stabler right there in spot number 2, and he is trying to close the gap. White flag for Shane Pecor. Pecor sets it up on the bottom side of the racetrack. Ryan Stabler some 5 car lengths back in second. Checkered flag waving this time by. Win number 8 on the season and 11th overall. Shane Pecor is back in victory lane. Second will go to Ryan Stabler. Third will be Moise Paget. Gabriel Sear comes home in 4th. Robert Delormier, your top 5 here tonight. So 8th win overall this season and 2nd in the last 3 weeks, having won on August the 4th. With the new way of lining the features up for 2019, this draw form has been the difference for a lot of success of these drivers, and Shane Pecor has definitely used it to his advantage for sure. Seems like if you start within the first 3 or 4 rows, you're going to have a good shot at winning the feature on any given night. And 8 times now Shane has done that. 8 wins in 12 races here. Clearly dominant. So the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman feature is in the books. Loud and Dirty 358 Modifieds coming to the Speedway for 30 fast laps. rolling it into victory lane for another big trophy here at Cornwall. Martin Belanger is down there to greet him. What a roll this guy is on.
Exactly, Tim, as you're mentioning, win number 8 this season for Shane Picor here at Cornwall. Getting ready for a important race as well on Thursday night, as we invite everyone again tonight to be there on Thursday. The Race for the Cure 150 and the Dirt Car Sportsman will have the North Series here, 50-lap event for the Sportsman. On invite les gens jeudi, les Sportmen vont avoir 50 tours comptables pour la série 2 de car, mais également le Race for the Cure 150, 12 000 au vainqueur, 12,000 to win on Thursday, the Race for the Cure 150. As he's getting out of the car. For the 8th time this season, he's your feature winner, Shane Picor. Another one? Shane, congratulations. Started on the pole here tonight. It's always a tough battle with everyone here. You had the Abiriel trying to pass you from the outside, but all the experience paid off again tonight here at Cornwall.
Yeah, you know, finally my terrible redraw skills actually paid off, you know, with an inversion. It's a cool handicap system. It mixes up the cars every week. So, you know, I think it produces great racing. And, you know, just what a team. You know, Next Level Home Improvement came on board this year. You know, great family and a great company, and I'm very proud to represent them. Beeler Cattle and Hoof Trimming, La France Performance for the carburetors, you know, my wife, my dad that puts in all the hours, just everyone that helps out. It's kind of unbelievable. This is our 8th win this season here, and, you know, it's been a lot of fun.
It's I was mentioning before you got out of the car on Thursday. There's an important race for you guys. The Dirt Car Sportsman Series is here. I know you've been a strong contender in the last few years, and also a strong supporter for this series. I'm pretty sure you're looking forward to that race.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be a huge race, so hopefully all the fans can make it back out. A lot of money on the line for the modifieds and a 1,000-win Sportsman event with dirt car points on the line, so we're excited for that. We keep trying a few things with the car, see if we can get a little better. It was good tonight, but hopefully we can make it a little bit better for Thursday and park it again.
All right, so congratulations on your win, and hopefully you'll get number 9 on Thursday. A big round of applause for Shane Picor, feature win number 8 this season. So, Tim, back up to you as we're getting ready for the Loud and Dirty Modified Division. Donc, Shane Picor qui remporte une 8e victoire cette saison. Ici, du côté de Cornwall, évidemment, il dit oui, la voiture va très bien jusqu'ici cette saison. On est très heureux du résultat. Puis, on espère, on devra faire quelques ajustements pour jeudi, alors qu'on a une course importante avec la série Dirt Car Sportman. On va travailler sur la voiture, puis on va tenter d'être meilleur, mais somme toute, une 8e victoire cette saison. Il dit le championnat, le nouveau système de tirage nous avantage à certains soirs, puis ce soir, ça nous a vraiment avantagé. Donc, on est très content d'avoir ce nouveau système. Donc, Shane Picor qui connaît une saison de rêve du côté de Cornwall avec sa 8e victoire ce soir.
Sanctioned Sportsman wins as well. But he has been clearly dominant, and that 67th win puts him 1 win behind Dylan Evoy on that all-time list. Good enough for 9th on the all-time dirt car win lists there, so Shane getting into some good company. Just ahead of him, Robbie Peets and Billy Willard, a couple of Maryville regulars, Brian Sage, Chris Raby on that list, Steve Hall, and Brad Rouse, the all-time winningest driver in the Dirt Car Sportsman with over 102 feature wins. So loud and dirty, 358 modifies, ready to bring it to the Speedway here. Final feature of the night on Jim's Performance Plus night. Want to thank all the representatives from Jim's Performance Plus for being on hand with us. Great supporters of this Speedway. And thank you once again to Jimmy Primrose and Fannie McDonnell for all their continued support and for everything they do for us here at the racetrack. Couldn't have done it without you. Hopefully we'll see them back next year on the card as a title sponsor. Of course, Jim will be here each and every week with the number 88 of Lee Ladisser in the 358 modified division. Ready for the lineup as they roll track side. It will be J.F. Corriveau going away from the point in the number 96 with the 87 of Stéphane Lafrance. Row 2, it's David Hebert in the 124 with Steve Bernier in car number 25 star. Row 3, Chris Raby in the 01 with Danny Gagne in the number 90. 47 of Corey Wheeler starts in spot number 7. He's looking for back-to-back wins along with Joey Ladisser in car number 23. Row number 5, it's Kerry Terrance in the 66 of the 151 of Brian McDonald. Row number 6, Chris Herberson, the 63 alongside of him, David Rogers in car number 44. Luke Whitaker starts 13th in car number 38 alongside of him. We'll go the 17 of Mark Terrien. Lee Ladisser goes from 15th in the 88 with a 46 of Cale Robidoux. Michael Maresca starts 17th in the 7mm. 24, Mario Claire goes from the 18th spot. 19th starter, it's Kevin ML in the 13. Alongside of him, Tristan Draper in 17D. 21st starter, Louis Jackson Jr. in the 18 JR, along with Kyle Dingwall, slated to go in the number 66 machine. He goes from 22nd. 23rd starter will be Paul Amel. That's your starting lineup. 23 cars ready to do battle for 30 laps. The loud and dirty 358 modifieds are green. J.F. Corriveau to the lead. Down the back chute into turn number 3. Stéphane Lafrance working that outside cushion into turns 3 and 4 and down to the line. 3 wide battle going on behind the back portion of the top 10. We got Kerry Terrance, Brian McDonald, and Joey Ladisser going at it. Luke Whitaker sneaks around the bottom side of the Speedway. He pulls even turns with Terrance now as they work it up into turns 3 and 4 and down across the stripe. J.F. Corriveau, winless in his 358 modified career, would love to change that here tonight as they head up into turns 3 and 4 and down to the line. David Hebert still back there for position number 2. And we got caution on the racetrack. Chris Herberson in the 63 pulls it to a crawling pace over on the back straightaway in turn number, just off of corner number 2. Picks it back up. Not sure what the problem was on Herberson, who picked up his second win of the season last night at Brockville. Chris Herberson, his first ever multi-win season in a 358 modified. He had quite a few of them in Sportsman. Of course, the street stock divisions back in the day, but he has never had a multi-win season until this year when he got that done at Brockville last night, edging out Michael Maresca in one of more thrilling finishes we have seen at Brockville in recent memory, and Chris Herberson was able to come out on top. And Jared Herberson, his young son, claimed the Sportsman feature last night, marking the first time the modified and Sportsman features had been swept by a father-son combo. So Chris and Jared getting the job done last night. Got a long ways to go here to get it done this evening for Chris, but he has the determination to do it. We'll see what happens. White flag to be displayed. J.F. Corriveau is the race leader. The 124 of David Hebert on the outside of the row number 1. 3 laps are down. 27 laps to go. The Cornwall Speedway pace truck heads to the safe haven of the pits off of turn number 3. J.F. Corriveau will go green at the Wired Audio Fire Zone in turn number 4, and we're underway. Through the middle, Steve Bernier trying to pick up a couple of spots. Chris Raby on the bottom. Caution flag is out. Tristan Draper around in turns 1 and 2. And everybody on the brakes hard down here as we got Draper down to the inside portion of the racetrack. Caution lights are on. So, we got everybody back into single file formation here, and we'll get the field relined up. So the hook coming out for Tristan Draper. This is a brand new TO chassis that they had purchased over the off season, and have just not had the luck and the results that they had hoped with that race car. They've been doing a lot of winning with their car they had run last season in sporadic appearances in a modified event. So Tristan still trying to figure out this race car, but tonight doesn't look like that's going to happen, unfortunately, for the Sydenham, Ontario native. 4th place finish last night for Tristan at the Rockville Speedway in the Thousand Islands RV 358 modified division. Once again, $12,000 on the line this Thursday, and that's why you're seeing quite a few outside invaders coming in here tonight that don't normally run with us on a regular basis. So you'll see some of these drivers come back on Thursday night along with a few extras as well. I know Matt Williamson, he is looking to make the trip here. And we'll look to see what he can do, if he can duplicate his performance from last night. And try to do one spot better than he did a year ago when Matt Shepard stole 12 grand away from him coming off of turn number 4 to the checkered. So ready to go green. Cornwall Speedway pace truck is off the speedway in turns 3 and 4. Down across the line. Green lights are back on, and away we go. And J.F. Corriveau once again gets the advantage coming down the backstretch as Danny Gagne hustles back out on the racetrack. It is J.F. Corriveau in command off of corner number 4. David Hebert right there to challenge from position number 2 as Chris Raby sneaks it down to the inside. He'll pick off third from Stefan LaFrance. 25 of Steve Bernier right there for position number 5. Luke Whitaker is 6. Corey Wheeler, last week's winner, still holding on to position number 7 with Brian McDonald in 8th. Kerry Trans 9th. And the 23 of Joey Lannister completing the top 10. He's got some company in the form of Kevin Amell on the 13 as they bring it down to the line. David Hebert to the inside, trying to get by J.F. Corriveau for the lead. And to jump on the brakes because the door was shut down to the corners 1 and 2. And here comes David Hebert. He's been on the inside of the racetrack. He's going to the outside of the speedway right now, down across the line. 8 laps in the book. Corriveau still in command. We got cars around in turn 3 and 4. It is the 46 of Cale Robidoux right now. Cale Robidoux around in turn number 3 and 4. Yellow lights back on here on lap number 8. Much like we saw in the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman Division, we have seen quite a bit of the yellow flag as of late, but all been for minor spins, so it's could be worse, but everybody's able to continue on. Well, David Hebert has had a quick race car on these initial starts. And once the race goes on, he seems to get faster and faster out there. We'll see if he can continue that momentum and maybe get by Corriveau for the lead. So Cale Robidoux able to make it back out, the St. Constant, Quebec native. For transmissions, right is Danny Gagne on the hammer back out on the racetrack. We're looking for green this time. J.F. Corriveau still your leader into turns 3 and 4. We're back underway. Whoa, Kyle Dingwall spins it in front of the field in turns 1 and 2. Track is blocked over there. And Dingwall was running back in position number 11 And red flag is going to be displayed. There is a complete track blockage over there. There is room for the drivers to get by, but we will have safety workers down there in turns 1 and 2, so that is the reason for the red.
Coming into tonight, Tim, looking at the points for the Loud and Dirty Championship, Corey Wheeler was leading with 509, 6 points ahead of Carey Terrence and 7 points of Kyle Dingwall. So seeing the 66 of Dingwall there, that's not good for him. As you see, the 47 and the 66 are pretty close right now in the field. They're running in the top 10, so it's been a three-way battle for the last few weeks. So hopefully it will remain like that for until the end of the season. We still have 2 big races this Thursday with at least 30 cars to start, and also on September 1st to close out the season with the Fatless Chip Stand Canadian Nationals. A lot of invaders for these series, so that pulls in. That's a factor as well for these guys. So it's it will be a battle for the until the end of the season, I'm pretty sure.
And it's not like we've had, one guy break away and win 4 or 5 races this year. We've had, coming into the night now, 10 events. We've had 9 different winners in 9 previous races. So, there's really nobody with a clear-cut advantage at this point. I mean, Wheeler's been good. Kyle's been great. So has Carey. But those 3 drivers really is what it's going to come down to. Mario Clare kind of mathematically into it, but realistically, it's down to those 3.
Yeah, exactly. And if you look at position 4 to 7, they're pretty close as well in the points, because Claire has 432, and if you go down to Louis Jackson, he's at 401. So there's only 31 points between Claire, McDonald, Joey Ledessar, and Louis Jackson from a position at 4 to 7. So it's a tough field of modifieds here. We get an average between 18 to 20 cars on a weekly basis. The new system that we brought in brings a lot of invaders like tonight, so it's nice to have, and it brings a good challenge for our regulars that are here every Sunday night.
Yeah, it really does too. And you got some of the best from Quebec, some of the best over the Mohawk International Raceway, and some of the best right here in Cornwall too. It's makes for a good mix of drivers, and a lot of money on the line in amongst that top 10 there in the points as well. So even though they're not battling for a track title, the points are still really important to the end of the season banquet too.
Yeah, exactly. And even to get sponsors, you were in that deal in the past, and being able to go and get sponsors and saying I finished 3rd or 4th in Cornwall, so that could attract some sponsors for 2020 as well. That helps.
Yeah, it really does too. And you can say that you beat guys like Mario Clare and Brian McDonald. Here's what I can do. And even Joey Laddister has won over 100 races in his career too. You beat all these guys. You've done your homework and done a great job for the year. So maybe you get that big sponsorship that's lined up.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're set to go. Another lap of caution, and then we'll go back under the green flag. 8 laps are complete. 22 remain. .22 left to go. JF Corriveau is your race leader. 124 of David Hebert, the Pierre Dagenet ride, holding on to second. Command has been given for the drivers to double it up, and we're going to go back underway in just a moment. David Hebert coming into tonight. 10th place must be his favorite number here, because he's done that 4 times this year. 3 consecutive weeks now he has finished 10th. But best finish of the year was 4th on May 19th, our opener, the Fatless Chip Stand Canadian National Series. So Hebert looking strong to possibly break that streak of 10th place finishes. We'll see if that changes tonight. Off turn number 4 at the Wired Audio Zone, we're green. JF Corriveau once again out in front of the lead as they head into turn number 3. David Hebert drove it deep into turn 3 that time. Pulls even turns with JF Corriveau down in front and leads the way at lap number 9. Battle is on now as they come down the back straightaway. David Hebert noses out in front of JF Corriveau. Into turns 3 and 4, it's Corriveau and David Hebert down in front at lap 10.
nouveau meneur avec David Hébert qui vient prendre les commandes sur Jean-François Corriveau. Hébert qui s'associe avec Pierre Dagenet pour toutes les grosses courses, venu faire des tests ce soir en prévision du 150 tours de jeudi avec la voiture du 124. On s'arrête des ennuis ici pour Kevin Hamel qui se dirige vers les puits. Grande avance pour Hébert. On voit Steve Bernier, troisième maintenant avec Chris Raby pour cette troisième position. On roule côte à côte. Steve Bernier également, un des pilotes qui sera surveillé du côté de jeudi soir dans la voiture 25. Va s'attaquer maintenant à JF Corriveau pour la deuxième position. David Hébert qui a une excellente avance jusqu'ici, mais il faudra surveiller la 25 de Steve Bernier alors qu'on s'approche de la mi-course. Corriveau, une solide prestation quand même ce soir, lui qui partait sur la pole. Le 124 de David Hébert ce soir qui continue de mener alors que Steve Bernier maintenant deuxième. David Hébert, your race leader at halfway point. Steve Bernier will be to watch as he's inching closer to the leader. JF Corriveau third, Chris Raby and Brian McDonald at halfway point is your top five. Watching right now, Corey Wheeler still leads over Carey Terrence at the points, and then he's in front of the 66X, while Kyle Dingwall is trying to gain some ground back in the field. 25-star of Steve Bernier is making the top side work right now, and he's getting closer and closer to the 124 of David Hébert. A lot of cars stop in turn number 3. Louis Jackson and Joey Leduseur heading to the pits. Le jaune est lancé ici au 17e tour. Louis Jackson et puis Joey Leduseur. La voiture 46 de Cale Rebidou s'en va vers les puits également. Il faudra surveiller la 25 de Steve Bernier, vu qu'elle est à la recherche d'une deuxième victoire cette saison à Cornwall. 124 of David Hébert has been the guy to watch in the last, I would say, 10 laps, taking the lead from Corriveau, but the 25-star of Steve Bernier also in attendance tonight, looking to do some testing, and seems that the testing is going pretty good for Steve Bernier. Already 10 wins, as Tim was mentioning earlier tonight, already 10 wins this season, looking for his 11th win tonight. Got 2 at Plattsburgh, 6 at Granby, 1 here, and 1 at RPM. So thanks for the stats, Tim.
It's what I do, man. I'm here to help you.
28 wins again for Matt Shepard. Wow.
Make that 30 after this
30.
weekend. He won the Super Dirt Car Series race and the Friday night special at Orange County, but third in the big one last night. So just one of those seasons for Matt Shepard, and he wants to add another a Cornwall small block win if he could. Did win a big block feature there.
Rudolph with 19 wins will look to gain 20 on Thursday. He's committed to being here for the Race for the Cure. Matt Williamson as well is looking to be here on Thursday. Not the same payday as he got last night for sure, but still $12,000 to win is still a lot of money, and it's one of the highest pays that a driver could get in Eastern Ontario and even in Canada this season. So it's will be a big race on Thursday night. So that's why we have 23 cars tonight. We have 36 right now that are confirmed. I strongly invite all the fans to look at our Facebook page in the next couple of days, as we will show who will be here on Thursday. So we'll drop down the list of all the drivers that will be present here on Thursday. Like I say, there's 36 right now. Raymond Lavergne, the promoter here at Cornwall, have sent emails to over 100 drivers just to see and seek to have some attendance for this show. He's looking forward. The first 2 races we got over 40 cars at both races. I think it was 42 last year and 43 the year before. So looking to surpass that this season on Thursday.
That'd be kind of nice to see if it'd be an achievement if we get close to even 50 on that night. So you're gonna have the 358 series race at Plattsburgh on the Tuesday. So you'll probably draw some cars from there as well. And you'll have your big block invaders for this one on Thursday as well. So not much anybody's really doing on a Thursday anyway.
No, exactly. Usually all the drivers are committed to a regular track or home track starting on Friday nights and Saturdays and Sundays. So making the haul to Cornwall on Thursday for $12,000 to win is a good option. It's $5,000 to start in the feature, and each driver will leave the track with at least $125 in their pockets. So we'll have a special non-qualifiers race at just before the intermission, and every driver in that race will get $125. So
and the winner gets a chance the option to move on.
Exactly. Yeah. So for position 31 and probably position number 32 as well, we're still penciling that option, but we'll have more details by Thursday on that one.
Stefan LaFrance won that particular race a year ago.
Yeah.
And he wasn't there just to take that little $300 and go.
No, he was there to be in the big show.
Oh yes. Drove Corey Wheeler's backup car to the win, but. Still working over in turn number 3 and 4 to get everything ready to go over there, and it looks like we got everything cleaned up, so we're going to go back green very shortly. White flag is in the air.
White flag being displayed to the field. Leblanc donné au peloton. On verra si Steve Bernier va faire une manœuvre sur le 124 de David Hébert. These two drivers have been battling hard at Granby this season. They're 1 and 2 in the points at Granby, so we'll see if Hébert is able to stay in front of Steve Bernier. Good start for both drivers as they're almost side by side in the backstretch. Steve Bernier looking pretty strong on the top side, challenging Hébert for the lead here. Lap number 18 has the edge coming out of turn number 2. Has the lead in the back stretch here. We'll see if he remains there. With 11 laps to go, both drivers are side by side at the winner's circle, but Steve Bernier is your new race leader in lap number 19. Jeff Corriveau back to third. Rabi and McDonald, your top 5. Lap number 20, 10 laps to go, Tim.
10 laps left to go. Steve Bernier trying to break that streak of different winners here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. Steve Bernier with the race lead, looking for his 11th win on the season as they head up into turns 3 and 4 and down to the line. Bernier with a healthy advantage right now. He'll swing it up on the top side of corners 1 and 2. Down the back stretch into turn number 3. He's got it working good up on the top side. Bobbled a little bit there in turn number 4. It opens the door for David Hébert to close back in. You watch him in turns 1 and 2. He rolls it through the bottom of turn number 1 and then up to the top side of corner number 2. And that's where he's at his strongest right now. Into turns 3 and 4. He'll do the exact same thing, bringing it off the turn down to the line. David Hébert back there in position number 2. Starting to reel in the leader just a little bit, though, as they head down the backstretch. 96 of Corriveau occupies third. Luke Whitaker making a late race charge. He's up to position number 4. The 01 of Rabi still continues to ride there in spot number 5. 6th is Brian McDonald. 7th is Kerry Tarrant. 8th is Corey Wheeler. 9th to Kevin Amell. And Michael Maresca, those early race problems, he is now battling with Kyle Dingwall for the number 10 position. 5 laps left to go, and the man on the scene highest in Quebec, the Two Brothers Racing. 25 star of Steve Bernier in command of the field as they come down to the line. This time by well over a straightaway for Bernier into turns 1 and 2. David Hébert still sits back there to second, looking for some way to close in on the leader. Lap traffic coming into play. We got Cale Robidoux and Danny Gagne right in front of the race leader. 3 to go this time by for Steve Bernier. David Hébert Strong run so far for him in the second as they work it up off of corner number 2. And now J.F. Cornwall starts to go to work. Holds on to the third spot. Fourth is Whitaker, and Raby continues to round out the top 5 with 2 laps left to go. 2 laps remaining, and Steve Bernier trying to run away and hide. It'll be his 11th win of the season if he can get the job done. White flag in the air this time by for Steve Bernier. Coming into tonight, we have had 9 consecutive different winners. And down the back stretch into turn number 3. From St. Hyacinthe, Quebec, Steve Bernier in the 25 star is going to break the streak. The first 2-time winner at Cornwall is Steve Bernier. Second will go to Tiffany Barrett, J.F. Corvo to third, Luke Whitaker and Chris Raby, your top 5. So the streak is over. 9 different winners in 10 events now, and it's Steve Bernier for the second time this season invading here at the Cornwall Speedway. Collects win number 2 in 2019, his 11th win overall here this season across many different racetracks. Again, the good folks at Jim's Performance Plus making their way down to the Victory Lane area, and another big trophy for Steve Bernier from Cornwall. First 2-time winner in the Loud and Dirty 358 Modified Division. Been a great season for Steve, as we had documented just before, as he rolls it into the infield here. Checking out his win totals this year, it has just been incredible. Now 2 wins here, 2 at Plattsburgh, 6 at Granby, 1 at the RPM Speedway, and parking it again here at Cornwall. Steve Bernier is the first 2-time winner this year. Martin Belanger is down there to greet him.
Thank you, Tim. This guy came in here tonight to prepare for the race for the Cure 150. Making some tests. I think he passed the tests here tonight, getting win in number 2. As we see everyone leaving, make sure to be here on Thursday. 150 laps, 12,000 to win. Just got a text from Ray Laverne. We're up to 37 cars confirmed. As I mentioned, stay tuned to our Facebook page. In the next couple of days, you'll have the full list of drivers that will run for this race. Plus, remember that we have a 50 laps for the sportsman. The dirt car sportsman will be here as well. Expecting a good fill of cars there. And he's out of the car, the 25 of Steve Bernier. Allez m'adresser à Steve. Steve, félicitations. Grosse victoire ce soir. Petit cadeau, tu vas pouvoir boire avec ton équipe ta deuxième bouteille avec l'autre commence à être vide. Ben, c'est parfait, tu vas en avoir une deuxième. Steve, je pense qu'on est venu ce soir vraiment pour faire des tests. Je pense qu'on a passé le test avec cette victoire-là, mais je sais qu'on venait ici pour se préparer pour jeudi avec le 150 tours, mais somme toute, là, être capable de te battre avec tous ces gars-là. David Hébert, on est habitué de le voir dans le One du côté de Granby, puis à d'autres pistes, là, on le voit dans le 124. Une petite bataille à Québec, mais là, ce soir, on transporte ça en Ontario.
Oui, David, il était très clean. Écoute, le dernier coup, on savait qu'on avait tombé sur un petit de quoi. On est venu réessayer. Justement, je souhaitais que la piste soit glissante pour qu'on réessaye encore un autre petit de quoi. Ça fonctionne toujours. Fait que c'est de bon augure pour jeudi prochain.
On attend, c'est ce qu'on mentionnait là, tantôt, là, on attend encore un bon peloton. Je sais que tu aimes courir ici à Cornwall. On aimerait te voir tous les dimanches, c'est sûr. Mais être capable de venir de te voir de plus en plus souvent, là, ça serait vraiment le fun.
Oui, écoute, moi aussi, écoute, je pogne la piqûre. Là. Au début, c'est pas facile, Cornwall. C'est surtout quand tu courses pas souvent. Puis là, on est meilleur de fois en fois. Puis c'est ça. Fait qu'on va souhaiter venir, c'est pas peut-être l'an prochain régulier, je sais pas. On va voir.
On a-tu des gens à remercier? Là? Je sais qu'on a beaucoup de commanditaires, puis on a une bonne équipe là, qui t'aide à toutes les semaines, donc je suis certain qu'on a plusieurs commanditaires à remercier.
Oui. Écoute, tous nos commanditaires, c'est sûr que je les nomme pas souvent, là, mais ils sont affichés sur nos 2 voitures. La gang qui suit, même quand c'est le dimanche. Puis mes parents sont pas venus ce soir, mais ils vont être là la semaine prochaine. Mais tout le monde, écoute, ils annoncent l'appui, puis il y avait quand même beaucoup de monde, fait que chapeau tout le monde.
Félicitations de ta victoire, puis on va te souhaiter bonne chance pour jeudi. Peut-être qu'on va se reparler ici encore dans le cercle des vainqueurs.
Merci.
Donc, Steve Bernier, your winner here tonight, the modified feature. So, Tim, back up to you for the final words. Donc, c'est ce qui complète ce soir du côté du Cornwall Motor Speedway. Grosse soirée de course, évidemment. Là, on a, comme vous avez vu, là, plusieurs... vous voyez Steve Bernier présentement dans le cercle des vainqueurs. Lui qui était ici vraiment en préparation pour jeudi. Donc, c'est ce qui complète vraiment la programmation de ce soir avec le Sisters for Cure ce soir qui était l'attraction principale. Mais évidemment, on se donne rendez-vous jeudi, qui est la grosse course ici du côté de Cornwall. Donc, le Race for the Cure à 150, comme je mentionnais, on est rendu à 37 voitures de confirmées en 358. Puis, on attend encore un excellent peloton du côté des Sportmen également. Donc, si vous ne pouvez pas être présent du côté de Cornwall le jeudi, évidemment, on vous invite à réserver le programme sur 360nitro.tv. Évidemment, on va être ici en direct pour vous présenter cet événement-là. C'est l'événement à ne pas manquer de cette saison ici du côté de Cornwall. Donc, si vous ne pouvez pas être présent, allez sur 360nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Anyone else not getting tired?